I keep talking, this will be the start of another stream. Amazing. Well, welcome back everyone to another session of Sharky Plays Sky Bees. It seems like we just had a bit of an issue with Twitch connectivity there, and I think we've just split off into a second stream. So that's what, 5 or 6 minutes down the drain?
I've stayed in the same video though. I haven't had to go out and come back in.
Yeah, I'll have a look at how that looks
also,
on Twitch later.
Yeah, I didn't get another email or anything like that. I've only got one from...
Well, I suspect some funny business has happened.
Jinx it.
It's okay.
Oh, I wonder if it happens now, are we not going to get a freeze at 10 minutes? And then what does it do? It boots you completely.
Let me officially welcome back Skeevers and Novak to the stream again to join me tonight.
Thank you very much.
Hello.
I can hear Skeevers creeping around. There we are.
Oh, right. Why are those beehives green?
These ones? Yeah, because they're no longer ordinary beehives. They're tier 1 beehives. So they as I upgrade them to higher tiers, they will have different colours and things like that.
Oh, cool. Does that also mean that, like, if you upgrade them,
yep,
can you have more bees in there?
Yeah, so that's currently full of bees, 4 out of 4, and I can put more bees in those.
Weird coming up that says the video download was cancelled. Please try again.
Oh, that's awkward. Oop, there's a bee right there. Oh, I'm surrounded by bees. Let's get out of here.
That was, whoa, Twitch catching up.
Oh, Twitch has finally realised we're into a different stream or something now.
Yeah. Also, we have 4 viewers.
Welcome to our viewers. Thanks for tuning in.
Hello.
I'm just trying to remember where I was up to last session, and I think...
Say hi in the chat if you want to talk.
Yeah,
and
by all means.
You are actually watching.
That's it. I've got to head towards Sand Bee to go with my Civ Bee. And
wow.
Yeah. Thank you, Skeevers.
Skeevers, you are the
so
worst.
We're looking for a Sand Bee. Sand Bee. Ah, that's right. So I need the 4 honeycomb blocks and the 4 honey blocks. Yeah, that's right. That's right, okay. Well, we've got honeycomb block, that's easy. For honey blocks, that means, yeah, more sieving and whatnot. Okay. The other thing I wanted to check, because we need to start working towards a bit of centrifuge. Whoops. Centrifuge.
We have gone back down to 3 viewers.
Oh, we lost them
by accident.
Somebody wasn't impressed with you.
Oh, that needs a load of iron.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair
oh,
enough,
we've
right.
gone down to 2 now. We've lost the other one as well. That's awkward.
It could be the weird connectivity on Twitch. People are like, no, I'm not sticking around for this if he's going to lag and disconnect and reconnect. Which is a little bit awkward because, of course, you get the highest impressions and highest view counts and things like that right at the start of the stream, as Twitch recommends, you know, a freshly started stream, and then it all just falls apart.
Is there going to be a way eventually that you don't have to go in and collect that honeycomb?
Yeah, ultimately I'm working towards... well, I mentioned this on Skeever's stream yesterday. About
the weird hoppers that pull everything in.
Ender hoppers. And things like that. There you go. Vacuums up nearby items and puts them into an inventory. So you can see they're just made out of a hopper, but coated in obsidian and containing an ender eye.
Oh, cool.
Which just means I have to be able to sort of farm endermen. Or something else in order to get those. Otherwise, you've got this thing, basic item collector, which does much the same thing, but requires, well, less iron, but still requires the ender pearl. So instead, I'm working towards this machine called an item collector, which requires no ender pearls, but millions of iron. Because each of those hoppers have 5 iron in them. So then 2 more, that makes 17 iron. That's a block of lapis.
What is that in the middle?
Crystallized amber, which is annoying, because I have to make that with honey and stuff inside of a solidification chamber. And I made my solidification chamber over here, only to realize it requires power. So I'm actually gated by electricity at the moment. So that's a kind of short-term goal, getting myself a bit of basic power going.
Like, looking at that solidification chamber, like, it hurts. It messes with your head.
Yeah, it's got a weird see-throughness to it. Yeah, it's a little bit awkward. So that's kind of where I'm heading, item collector, and I have actually just spotted something, and I hope I'm not being trolled here. Let me just check this. Really? Have I just never noticed this? I genuinely have. Okay. Yep. I thought something was going on, because in my item collector, that block of lapis is called lapis lazuli, and I'm like, oh, that's
rather
not.
Rather than lazuli.
Yeah. Which I'm like, oh.
Regular Minecraft.
Exactly. I'm like, no, is this some sort of modded version of lapis, which is bad? But apparently, the lapis I've already got in my chest of ores is lapis lazuli already.
The right one.
Yeah, so that's actually fine. So that's where I'm heading. I'm heading to the item collector in order to vacuum up items. That's kind of where we're going. But we're gated by several other things.
Are there iron bees?
Iron bees? Yep, that is the goal. I am trying to get an iron bee.
So that you can actually make that item collector.
Yes, and the iron bee is a breeding possibility of the sieve bee and a sand bee. And of course the sieve bee is what I've got tied up outside. So what I want to do is make the sand bee.
What you want, sand bee.
So in the flow chart of things that need to happen, sand bee comes first. Then I can breed it to get the iron bee. And once I've got the iron bee in the hive, I can start collecting loads of iron from it. And then once I've got loads of honey and loads of iron, I can start to make the honey generator, which will produce power out of honey. And I can use that to power the solidification chamber, and use that.
This is a lot more
complicated
than regular Minecraft.
Yeah.
I love it. This is amazing.
So it's kind of hard to keep track of, which is why I had to go through all these menus and remind myself of what it is I'm actually trying to do. Because, if I don't make some careful note about it, I'm liable to forget 7 days later what the current objective is. Just checking there's no honey.
You actually have a notebook or some kind of post-it notes in front of you, so at the end of the stream you write down, this is what I'm doing, this is what I plan to do next, so that you don't have to spend 10 minutes trying to work out what you're actually doing.
I absolutely could. I haven't, but I totally could. In Minecraft days gone by, and we go right back to probably the very first Minecraft I ever streamed. I obviously, when I lived in a village, I had a to-do list.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Even before that, you're right. I made a book and quill so that I could write stuff down on my person. And then once I established my base at the village, I built a to-do list there.
And then we've got the probably blown up to-do list in the realm.
You're right. It probably won't exist anymore, because that part of the treehouse probably doesn't exist.
Yeah, it just got sort of mangled.
Yeah, by that world corruption.
Because somebody was somebody was there, but it's it shouldn't have corrupted anything. They should have planned for things like that. I imagine there are a lot of people who had put a lot more hours into things that then got destroyed that
Yeah.
were very unhappy about it.
Well, that's just where you take all those obvious precautions, right? If you're the sort of person that's put loads of hours into careful Minecraft projects and Minecraft is about to have an update, then you back up your world before you update Minecraft and stuff like that. But no, I totally get you.
But even once, if you've backed it up before you update, like, how do you then, like, there's no way of getting that previous world back, is there?
Well, you'd have to like downgrade your version of Minecraft and stuff like that. You'd be sort of...
That would suck, because it means
yeah,
like be permanently stuck on that update and you'd never be able to get all of the other stuff.
so this is centrifuging. One day when I have power, I'm gonna have a machine doing this for me. But at the moment, I just get to crank a handle.
I was about to ask if there was a way to like make that manual, because not manual,
Yeah,
automatic.
the opposite of manual.
The opposite of manual, literally.
There we go.
Oh.
Great.
Mate,
6 more
I was
bottles.
actually thinking, like, can you make that so you don't have to manually do it? But
Yeah.
then it came out as the wrong word. So what are you actually making, though?
I'm combining 4 honey bottles into a block of honey. I need...
No, I meant before.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, I'm, like, obviously a few seconds behind.
So when I'm sieving honeycomb, so I've taken the honeycomb from the bees, and I'm sieving it, and because I've got glass bottles in there, I'm getting honey bottles come out as an occasional drop, and the actual honeycomb itself is sieving into beeswax and sugar.
Oh, right, okay.
Neither of which I'm particularly interested in. It's entirely the honey bottles and the honey blocks is the only thing I'm after. So at this stage, the slow grind for materials is wait for more honeycomb in order to centrifuge it for the chance of getting more honey. Because once I've got enough honey to make the honey blocks, then I can make the sand bee. So that's kind of the gate at the moment. And I'm not sure that there's...
Could you be making another one of these things to have more bees?
Like another one of these bee houses?
Yeah, to have, like, more of the basic bees.
Oh yeah, I totally could. I've got 8 basic bees at the moment in these 2 beehives on this side. And...
because it's just obviously rather slow.
Yeah, these ones on this side are completely empty. But the plan was going to be to have one of these be the iron bees, and then this other one be the coal bees, because that would be the next one after iron.
Oh, right, okay.
But yeah, it's sort of... It starts to cascade after a while, but we've got to get to that point.
Right. So I was thinking, I thought that entire thing was just going to be
one type of bee.
Bees.
Yeah, well, it sort of was, but then I'm like, oh, I don't want to have to make a whole nother setup just yet. I'll probably spread it out once I've got more incoming. I guess it'll depend upon what rate of supply is like. Like once this is fully automated with the item collector sucking up items for me and things like that, then I'll start getting a better sense of how long it takes to actually get things. But it's like when Skeevers was getting the dirt platform going 2 streams ago and making the dirt generator. She was always running at a dirt deficit. Constantly taking all the dirt that there was in order to make a tiny bit more platform. But now, the moment she stopped making dirt platforms, she's now got more dirt than she knows what to do with. So it's going to be the same with this, right? I'm like scrounging for all the honey I can get at the moment. But as soon as we get past this brief moment where I don't immediately need a load of honey, then I'm just going to have more honey than I know what to do with. Right? It's sort of... It's just because I need it all right now, but kind of tied up by it. So
yeah. Skeevers is still here?
Possibly.
Everything is silent. I'm just going to check. Oh no. Muted right now. Apologies. I did not mean to... I did not mean to call you out. Just checking.
No worries. It was just the sound of silence.
Yeah, well, I was just checking that everything was alright.
Yes.
Because normally, can't shut her up. I'm kidding.
You taking the chance to say all this while she's muted?
Oh yeah, yeah, exactly. I can say anything I want right now. I'm gonna get smacked for it later.
Skeevers will have her notebook writing things down in, just like you want me to have my notebook. Alright.
But hers will just be, well, yours will be things you want to be doing in Skybees, and hers will be things that Novak deserves a smack for later.
So we are halfway to the sand bee. I have 2 out of 4 honey blocks.
Nice.
I'm going to need 1 block of sand, so let me get 1 block of sand. Okay, 1 block of sand. There we go. And if I check, what do they need to pollinate? Yeah, the sieve bee just needs a not to pollinate, to breed. Sieve bee just needs a poppy, and of course the sand bee needs a piece of sand. So I guess that means we actually need more sand than just the 1. Let's at least make a second one. We're going to see if we can't get lucky on our first breed. See, it's a 70% chance that when you breed together a sieve bee and a sand bee, you get an iron bee. So it's good odds, but it's not a guarantee.
But will you lose the original bees?
Nah, they will stay there. I could just keep rebreeding them.
Cool.
So, and in fact, I can use that to get.
How exactly do you breed a bee?
Well, normal bees, like these honey ones, you just feed them poppies. So those red flowers there, just like you feed wheat to sheep or wheat to cows or stuff like that. You just feed them the red flowers, and they breed.
Right.
And that's
cool.
That's the breeding recipe for the iron bee. A sieve bee plus a sand bee, and the sieve bee wants a poppy to be fed to him because he's like a normal bee, and the sand bee wants a sand fed to him. Yeah.
That's so weird.
And there's of course the 100% recipe for iron bees. If you breed an iron bee with an iron bee, and if you feed each of them an iron ingot, then with a 100% chance they'll breed you another iron bee. But that's basically true of any type of bee.
Yeah. Because otherwise that would be a bit crazy if you bred 2 of the same bee and got something else.
Yeah.
Like the Farmville game I'm playing currently, which is really weird. You have, it's the Farmville 3, so it's the one that is just about animals and breeding animals.
Oh,
and
yeah.
You start off with like the common version of each animal. So you start with like common chickens, and then you breed 2 common chickens, and you get like a sort of like red chicken. Like, I can't remember what it's exactly called. But it's like, yeah, you breed 2 of the normal ones, and then you get a completely different one. And you just carry on down the line. So you always have to start by breeding 2 of the normal ones, and then 2 of the second type, and 2 of the third type. And there are like 15 in each line.
Oh.
And you can normally only get them by starting out with the common ones. It is long and annoying.
Yeah.
Oh, and each time the baby grows up from those 2 that you started with, you have to sell those 2 because they become elders and you can't do anything with them anymore. So you get one chick for every 2 that you have, and you have to do that to 15.
Yeah, that's gonna take a bit of work.
How many would you need?
So run me through it again.
So like to get 15, you need 2 that are 14, and to get 2 that are 14, you need
2 that are 13.
That are 13. Yeah.
Oh, 2 that are 13 or 4 that are 13. Well, it just doubles all the way down the tree, right? So so to get all the way up to a single tier 15, you would just need 2 to the power of 15 of the tier 0s, right?
Right. Yeah.
Which is a lot.
You're gonna have to say.
2 to the power of 15 is 32,768.
What? Crazy.
Yeah, 30,000 is a lot of something.
That makes me sad.
Consider that.
How is that even
end game goals?
Though? Like, there was me thinking that I'd probably have like all of the sort of lower tiers from these animals like within a couple of weeks, but it's probably gonna take me a year, and that's probably the point of it.
Well, I guess it's something that they want people to either commit to, or not get out of early, but you know what I mean. Like either people to spend like a lot of these games where you either spend loads of money up front early on to get like a fast start, and then you get bored of the game straight away and just give up, or you commit to it for the long haul, and so you become the loyal customer then.
Yeah. Like, there is obviously exceptions to that rule. Like, you can buy higher tiered animals.
Yeah.
So it's not all the base ones, but if you only had access to the base ones, it would be 32,000. That's crazy.
Sure, yeah. But I mean, as you say, like that does exponentially ramp up as you have higher ones, because a tier 10 one is equivalent to 1,000 tier 0s. So if you're able to get one of those, that shaves 1,000 off your total.
Yeah.
All right.
I doubt you'd
time
be
to
able
breed
to
some
buy
bees.
Like,
let's
because
see.
You can buy the base tier ones for the sort of in-game money, but then if you want to buy anything that's higher up, it's the in-game sort of gems. It's the premium currency, and they're hoping that you buy that premium currency. I just like, that's sort of a bit overwhelming at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks for the quick maths, Sharky. You've broken my brain.
That's all right.
Wait, so now you've just what's the word? You've just spawned yourself. Well, not spawned. You've just bred yourself a load more bees. Or have you got a sand bee now?
No. I've just
What's that weird one?
this one in my hand.
No. There's one of them that has weird spots on its back.
Really? All of these should be the same bee.
I swear. Unless it's just a glitch. Or unless it was when you gave them the thing to eat that happens. I don't know. I'm really confused. Because yeah, I could have sworn that there was one that had like weird spots on its back. Except they all look perfectly normal.
Yeah, I can't find the right one to breed with this other one, so you're just gonna have to wait. Well.
I mean, if you feed the small bees,
they do grow up.
The poppies, they'll grow up,
but not instantly.
You don't really want to do that.
Yeah, like it shaves.
Have to feed loads of poppies.
Yeah, it shaves a bit of time. You can see they've got 850 seconds before they grow up.
Oh, these ones actually say. That's cool.
Yep. Well, with the tooltip up the top.
I love modded Minecraft.
Yeah. So you're right. That sort of means it's going to take a little bit longer. So
the
2 babies are in there.
Oh, they went into the
hives.
beehive.
There's 3 in there.
Right.
There's still 2 in there. There's still 2 in there. So hopefully I've triggered the 3 babies to go into this hive. At least that's what I tried to do with my
Except there was
wand.
one baby one that was still like flying around.
Yeah. This one might be this one. Okay, let's. You the missing baby. Come here.
Oh yeah, it was that. It's something to do with the wand. That's the weird spots that are on its back.
There.
Like,
Possibly.
do you see what I mean?
Yeah. The way that when I
strange.
select it with the wand, that might just be a visual thing that lets me know which bee I've selected with the wand.
Yeah.
I've sort of not really paid attention to that because I'm usually too busy trying to click on the bee.
Fair enough.
Okay, so that's all the honey from them. And yeah, that's got 3 bees in it now. That's got 4, that's got 4. Perfect. So,
Nice.
let's slightly sped this up. Let's get that in there.
What are you going to use that last hive for now?
Well, the last hive at this rate is just going to be the iron. I was going to have iron in one and coal in the other, but I think by the time I've got iron, then that might be time to start thinking about building the second bee house. Nice, okay. 3/4 of the way there. We've got 3 of our 4 honey blocks.
Oh, nice.
It's only a 20% chance of getting a honey bottle when you sieve honeycomb. So to get 3 more, that's on average expecting to sieve about 15 more honeycomb. So we'll see how that goes, because I'll get 13 more honeycomb from the 3 hives. No, not 13. Yes. Well, no, 15. Because they shear when they get full. And yeah, I was counting the number of bees, but I forgot.
Oh.
It's not about the number of bees, it's about the fact that I've got 3 hives going now.
Even if you were counting the number of bees, you were wrong.
Yeah.
Because 2 4s and a 3 do not make 13.
Yep. Because I was thinking, well, I already get 5 and 5. That was what I was doing. I already had 5 and 5.
Right.
And then now I've got 3 more. But then I'm mixing numbers, right? Because I don't have 5 bees and 5 bees. I've got 5 honey and 5 honey, plus 3 new bees. But then the 3 new bees also give 5 honey, just slightly slower.
Oh, okay.
So it'll still be 15 honey, but yes, no, I mixed my 2 units of measure. But we are filling up in here. We're getting crowded with all these bees. Which is fine.
I just
happy with that.
constantly think of that Vine, which is, "Hi, welcome to Applebee's. Would you like apples or bees?"
Or bees.
Look at all these chicken bees.
Let's check chicken
look at all
bees.
these beacons.
No chicken bees.
Aww. That's sad.
Yeah, we've only got bees for hostile mobs. We don't have bees for passive mobs.
Fair. I guess because there's just like a chance of them just spawning, and you don't have to like have.
Well,
weird,
sure. Yeah.
Like mob platform.
Like
like a certain person.
I don't even have chickens yet. I didn't even have pigs until the end of the last session, and that pig randomly spawned. I just have loads of the same colours of sheep. 1 singular cow, and a llama without his mate anymore. So, it's an interesting combo. Would like to get a chicken, perhaps.
Sheep.
See how those go.
Sheep. Grey sheep and black sheep.
Yep, 2 grey, 2 black.
If you bred them,
yep,
would it automatically be grey or black?
I believe so. Yes, when you breed 2 sheep of 2 different colours, their children have a 50-50 chance of being either of the parents' colour.
So it doesn't have a chance of being
a different shade.
Something else, yeah.
Yeah, like if you breed white and red, I don't think you get pink. I think it is just 50-50 of the parents. It's not a blend of the dyes. least I don't think. You never know. A modded Minecraft version has probably added that functionality.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, like, what does like, if there was any modded
There's
thing to
modded
make
thing.
it do that. But,
Yeah, there's modded stuff for almost everything. So, whoops, honey's coming. There's one. Oh, there's more.
Nice.
So just to explain the automation happening here, I've got behind these beehives, I've got dispensers, ordinary Minecraft block, and inside the dispenser I've got a scraper, which is like shears but for a beehive, like a modded version of shears that don't have any durability, so they don't ever break. So they're just in the dispenser, and underneath the dispenser, because the dispenser is got to be powered by a redstone signal, which means either you need a pressure plate behind it, or a button, or a lever, something that you can use to turn it on and off, and when it triggers, it activates the item and it shears. So in order to make it automatic, underneath the ground, I have that block there, which is a Redstone Clock. It's added by one of the mods in this mod pack, and what it is it's a timer that pulses with redstone at a time interval that I set.
Cool.
So here it is. Every 10 ticks of in-game time, no, other way around. Every 200 ticks of in-game time, it pulses, it turns on for 10 ticks of time with a signal strength of 15 redstone power. So I can set the duration of the on-off, the delay and stuff like that, and the strength of redstone it gives out. So yeah, that's basically clicking that dispenser every 6 or 7 seconds.
Oh, right, okay.
So that's sort of how that's working.
You confused me with the 200 and the 10.
Yeah, I can't remember. It's either 20 ticks or 30 ticks per second. Yeah, right. And here we go. This is what I didn't think I'd done. That's why I didn't have anything in these hives. It's a good thing I explained that, because I've now remembered. Because I never planned to put bees into these ones yet. I haven't automated these. I haven't got the redstone clock under this one, which is why this one's not shearing. So I can overcome that briefly with... Oops, not... Oh yeah, I could do a pressure plate, actually. I was going to do a button, and I might, because that's a little bit more hilarious. If I put a button, oops, on here. Yeah, I can push that, and hopefully that's shearing that. Well, there's no scraper in there. Of course there's not. That's why it's not shearing. None of it's fully automated. Oh dear. So I need 3 iron, which is good. Now I've got 4 iron there. Is it that? It is. Scraper. Okay. So, scraper in there. Push the button.
Like the lag of this before used to be, like, I used to be watching it sort of fairly close to it actually being, like, me being able to hear it, but it's just getting further and further out.
Okay.
So, it's now a good sort of, like 6 or 7 seconds between you speaking and me seeing it, even though I'm on Safari. And it's just slowly getting further out. Like, it was fairly instant at the start. And I haven't ever actually thought about that before. But yeah, it does. It gets slowly worse. Very strange. I'm not sure whether refreshing it would...
Yeah, I was about to say, it sounds like the sort of thing that actually, as you get a deep... Oh, wow, that's a heap of honey. As you get a long way into things, you could just refresh the stream and that might work. Okay, yeah. We've got enough to get our sand bee.
Nice.
Cool. You right there, Skeevers?
Yep.
Good.
Just check. Ah, that's why I never made another redstone clock, because it takes 4 iron. That'll explain why I never went and got that next one automated yet. Because, yeah, I need a heap of iron for that.
So you need the iron bees desperately.
Yeah, yeah. Alright, so... Now we start doing the scary stuff. I'm gonna let a bee loose, catch it, and then breed them, and then try and catch the baby. What
Would
am I
it
gonna
not be
need?
better to like build a house around it?
If you're not brave. Alright,
Fair enough.
I've got the spawn egg. I'm gonna spawn a sand bee,
Sound on.
and I'm gonna try and grab it with the lead.
Oh.
We'll see how this goes.
Yeah, weirdly enough, that worked. So refreshing it, once the lag got to the point that it was like unbearable, I'm now about a second behind.
Oh, nice. Okay. Well, here comes the sand bee. Bam. And lead, and bam. There. Easy. So, sand bee and sieve bee. And now we're going to breed the 2 of them. And see if we get the iron bee. Oh, were you saying something there, Skeevers?
The sand bee is so cute.
He is nice, isn't he?
It is.
I'm about to feed him a pile of sand. Alrighty.
That's so cute.
Yeah, you want some sand? There he goes. He's happy. And sieve bee, you want your poppy?
Yeah, I was
You're
pretty
happy?
optimistic in saying it's about a second. It's probably more like 2
Oh,
or 3.
we didn't get it. We didn't get the iron bee. We got the other one. Prismarine.
It's so cute.
There you go, baby prismarine bee.
They're adorable.
Cute because it's a baby. It's a fab.
So
Jeez.
can you breed? You could breed those bees again, but how? Does it tell you how long?
Unfortunately, it doesn't know, which is kind of annoying.
Oh.
Doesn't tell me the breeding cooldown. Let me have a look at prismarine bees, just to see how useless this guy's going to be. Prismarine honeycomb.
Don't call him useless. He's pretty.
He's not useless. He's doing his best.
There we go. I can put his prismarine honeycomb in the centrifuge, get more honey bottles, or prismarine shards.
That's cool.
Yeah, which...
Also, did it say something there before about healing?
Healing?
Like, just when you clicked onto the bee.
Let me see. Okay, so this is all the bee's stats. Base health probably was what you saw.
Oh. No, not that page. It was... I don't know. What did you do straight after you did that?
Went to here, then I did that. And then after that we
it was when you hovered over it, just there. There was something... Oh, no. Meal. Right.
Meal, not heal. Yeah. Because you can
it looks like an
eat the
H.
honeycombs,
That's
right?
so annoying. Yeah. Like, I wish there was more definition to that M, because that is tiny.
So I can already get prismarine out of sand by sieving it. Granted, it's only 2% chance. So having a prismarine bee, of course, just gives me a reliable source of prismarine, but again, sort of, to what end? If I was into Britannia, that would be handy, which we're not just yet. Dimensional shard, yeah.
Make a prismarine house.
Oh, sure, I could have it as a building material, yep.
Ooh, what is that? Dimensional shard?
Yeah.
Also, that weird cobweb. A prismarine cobweb. That's cool.
Prismarine cobweb, yep, can be used to remove curses, apparently.
Nice.
Okay, well, that means we need another bit of sand again. So let's stand in the obligatory smashing spot. make a bit more sand.
You've made a specific smashing spot.
I tend to stand in this section whenever I smash things. Oh, hang on, there's honeycomb on the floor everywhere.
Smash spot. I go to stand in this one spot.
And we've got to mash the button on this side now, because this one is the manual button one at the moment.
Did you actually put the thing in there?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
So there's no redstone clock, but there's a sieve in there now. So. Oh, and this one's already spitting more out.
Is there a maximum honeycomb that could be stored?
Yeah, 5. Once it gets to the maximum 5, no more will store up in there. So it does just waste after that point.
Right. What are you doing?
I just found a relatable post.
Okay, you're gonna have to send it to me.
I'll tell you, and I'm gonna replace the 2 characters with me and Sharky. Me.
Okay.
I need to buy more books. Sharky, you got books last week and you haven't looked at any of them. Me. So, Sharky, giving up. So let's go get more books.
Okay. Are they Harry Potter related characters?
Yeah.
That's the best. Why do I feel like that would be James and Lily as well?
Yeah, true. Also, this one, serious, if there are trees, you aren't alone. Ramus, I can't tell if this is supposed to be encouragement or an ominous warning.
Both. Why not both?
Always both.
Always both.
Alright, let's see if the bees are ready to breed again.
I got a book delivered today.
And yes, okay. Come on, baby. It's another prismarine!
If they're ready. Aw, dang.
Those 30% chances are really getting me. Ah, dear. Well, back to the smashing spot again.
You're still gonna let the bees go? They're still valuable.
More or less.
A valuable food source. You could eat the honeycomb.
Well, yeah, they still produce
From
honey.
The useless bee.
Per se, and yes, I could eat the honeycomb. If I feed this to you, you're not gonna be ready just yet, are you?
Give the man a break.
I
He's just had 2.
I did read something, because I read a lot of things, you know, and none of these have turned out to be true, but this one I'm optimistic about. So, you know how you've got like the glass jars that you can stuff a bee inside of? That's how I sort of started this. Well, you can have a bee box, which I've made, and you can hold up to 10 bees in it, apparently. Never used it, but what I've read is that apparently a bee box has this probably not intended effect that when you put a bee in the bee box and bring it back out again, it resets its breeding cooldown. So I should just be able to put the bee in the box and put it back down, and it should be good to go. So we'll find out. Yoink. So the sand one's in the box now. Wow. Okay. Bees. Sand bee. Yep. So what have I got to do? Sneaking to release, and then I'll have to tie him back up again, I guess. Oh no, he's already tied up. So if I just do that for both of these. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So
Cool.
are you both going to be good to go now? Like, is that as simple as that? No. I feed you sand, you do not want it. I've been lied to yet again. B-box goes back in the chest. Well. Four. Oh, you're full. Let's get the honey out of that one. Okay. 4.
Oh, sorry. I just
0.
watched the thing that you just sent me, Schema. That's just what? That's me. That may as well be me. 100%.
So.
C and B is still not ready to breed. Okay. Do 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 do. Okay. Oh, honeycomb.
Would not believe your eyes if 10 billion bees.
It doesn't work.
If 10 million
Is
bees.
there fire bees?
Fire
10
bees?
million fire bees.
I don't
Fire
think
bees.
so.
This bee is on fire. I want. Oh.
This bee is prismarine.
This bee is the sand one. You could just do that, but listing all the different bees. That's how you know that we've lost the plot.
Alright,
Which
let's go
heathen
try.
spells cookie COOKY.
Oh.
Ew.
Alright,
Who
breeding
spelled
time.
cookie like that? That's disgusting.
Come on, Iron Bee.
Disgusting.
Come on, Iron Bee. It's another prismarine.
God.
It's another prismarine.
3 for 3. You realise there's only a 9% chance that our first 3 bees would have all been prismarine.
And yet, here we are.
Yep.
Wait, so there's a 3% chance of getting prismarine?
Nah, 30.
30.
And
Oh, right,
by
okay,
that...
of course, you'd already, yeah.
And actually, it's not 9% then at all. It's 2.7%. Wow, it's even rarer.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that seems quite big, given, yeah.
Yeah. So 2.7, wow.
I questioned
So this
the
is like
maths.
a 1 in 40 chance that this would have happened.
That's so weird. How did you do that?
I don't know. Let me check the recipe of prismarine and check it really is just the other 30%. Prismarine bee. Yep, it's the other 30% from the Civ bee and the sand bee.
So there's supposed to be a higher chance of getting the other bee that you haven't got.
Absolutely, yeah. By this point, there's like a 90-something% chance I should have gotten at least 1 iron bee out of these 3 attempts.
Hmm.
That's ridiculous.
Alright, back to the
That's like
smashing
that
spot.
card trick.
It's like that game when I got like all those cats.
Yeah, when you got
every
it.
single cat.
Yeah, you got it. Exactly. You were, fighting against the odds that
I feel
day.
like you should probably do like 4 or 5 at a time of these cobblestone to get sand.
Yeah, but then I'm like jinxing
Like,
myself or something,
Just back
right?
it up. No, total
Or like
opposite.
the reverse
You
jinx,
make
yeah.
more. Yeah, exactly.
So then,
And then
yeah,
you
when I
get-
make more, I get it on the very next go.
Yeah.
I mean, I could do it, and it could work, but then it's total confirmation bias, because there's already a 70% chance it's going to work anyway. So, there's a 70%
anyway.
chance that I make a load of it,
bias.
and the next one is the correct one.
Bias. Okay, I kind of want it to be another Prismarine. Like, not because I want you to fail, but purely because, like, the odds of that happening are, like, so ridiculously rare.
Well, see, that's the thing about probability. It doesn't have a memory. So even though the collective odds are rare, each individual bee is still just a 30% chance every time. So on an individual bee, yeah, there's still just basically a 1 in 3 chance that this is going to be Prismarine. It's just I'm on a streak. And it's the streak that's the rare part. But it's not to say that, you know, being on...
Because it's...
Yeah.
Like, there is possibly some memory, because you are playing it through a computer, and obviously computers can't do random.
Yeah, pseudo-random number generator and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Alright, you ready to breed again? You're not? Okay, that's fine. I can wait a bit more.
Okay.
Honeycomb is coming out everywhere.
But no, I think I'm good to go.
I think I'm good to go, because I do not enjoy being bred. I just want to chill and fly around.
Fly around in circles.
He wants to be free.
I hate to tell you, but it just won't happen.
He wants to break free. He wants to break free from the line. Well, the lead. I'm just gonna stop now. I'ma just stop.
Whoops.
That awkward moment when you plant a flower.
I know, and I'm scared because I've done this before. If you break the block that a bee pollinates on, they get angry and they attack you. That's why there's this one odd flower in this square that doesn't fit the pattern of all the other flowers in this beehive, and I can't pick it back up, because then all the bees will turn on me. And I'm immediately worried about that same flower I just placed outside near the centrifuge. I can't pick that up now because I don't know how far the anger radius is. If I break a flower out there, will it anger all the ones in here?
That bee is angry.
So I'm sort of done for.
Wait. No, could you do it whilst they're all in the hive?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking I'll wait till it's nighttime again, and then I'll break it. Because then they'll be asleep in their hives.
For the one inside as well.
Oh, true. And you got these ones here. Oh, well, it's only the civ bee over here that'd hate me. Ah, it's all right. I can leave the flower there. It's not the end of the world.
No, I meant like to get rid of the flower inside.
Yeah, to get rid of the one inside too. You're right. I could do that. All right. Breeding time.
Just break it.
No, I don't want all the bees to turn on me.
Turn all the bees on you.
Come on.
Would it be possible for them to turn
bee.
on you from them being?
I bet you get Prismarine.
Prismarine.
Are you kidding?
I don't think iron bees exist. This is proof. Look,
kidding?
we have 4 Prismarines.
The odds of that happening. The odds of that happening are insane. Oh.
Yep, we're now down to 0.81%. We're less than 1% chance now. The first 4 were all Prismarine. Well. Any, no honey in there. Well, let's do a bit of sieving. Which is what I tried to do when I accidentally put that flower down.
There's a person that I follow on Instagram who I ended up coming across their account because there was one of those ridiculous accounts that literally steals other people's posts and like repeatedly posts the same one. But this one was dodgy because it was stealing posts of her kids.
Oh.
Which I was just like, that's not okay. Like, what are you doing? And then I went and like I told that person because they tagged the person on the post. Like, And I went and I said, like, have you checked these things? Because they were probably getting loads of tags all the time and didn't necessarily check it. And they were like, oh, I didn't realise they were doing it again. I've already had a conversation with them. Thanks for letting me know. And then I just followed their account. And I've been following their account ever since. And they regularly post a thing that's, they've called Kara-isms, which that's their kid. And this kid has, like, so the mum says, what's your new teacher called, Kara? And then Kara says, Mrs. Sniff. Do you mean Mrs. Smith? That's what I said, Mrs. Sniff.
It's happening, it's happening. See what's happening, Skeevers?
Solar eclipse.
Yep.
Total eclipse of the bees.
I have no idea if that's going to do anything. I have a wooden sword. But
nothing
should be dark anywhere. Yeah, the bedrock platform has a torch on it. If I F7 and break a torch, yeah, there we go. So if things spawn, I should know about it.
Down the bottom.
Yeah, down the bottom's done. I've got torches around the bottom.
Get rid of
So,
some torches so stuff.
Well, not gonna, but you know, like exactly. We're now at full solar eclipse. So this is like scary. Ooh, that might mean it's perfect breeding time. Come on, this is the time to get the iron bee. Oh, you're not even ready. Ah. And all the other bees have gone inside. Well, maybe that's why you're not ready. Because by being the eclipse, I've maybe scared all the other bees inside. Come on. Come on, come on. I know you're following me, you're just not hungry yet. I'm sorry, it's getting brighter already. We're coming on the other side of it now. There you go, we've survived the solar eclipse.
Wow.
You said that it doesn't happen very often, but to have happened... I mean, even though it's not the same game, it's the same computer that you're using.
I suspect that it's hard-coded into the weather cycle, and maybe we've both gotten up to like similar points in the day-night cycle.
Cool.
Or something like that. Like that's my guess. Because if I do this, I mean we could really check it out with this. Somewhere on here. I'm sure it says the day number. Yep, day 69 in fact. Okay.
Yeah, of course.
There we go. So I guess we can check that against Skeever's skyblock and see what day she's up to. It might be like on a monthly cycle. Maybe there's, for some reason, a solar eclipse once a month. Which is not very realistic, but, you know, maybe that's just how it works.
That's the bit that you're talking about that is not very realistic? Not the fact that you're feeding one bee a poppy and the other bee a pile of sand. Or the fact that these bees give you weird things. Like, the bit you have a problem with is the fact that the solar eclipse isn't that realistic. No way! That did not just happen.
I can't even pick him up. He's too flighty. Come out of the other bees. There. How many things can you attach to the one fence post? It's been so long, some of these prismarine bees have grown up. That's how long it's been.
You say something.
Well,
just the one.
Just the one, yeah. The first prismarine bee has lived its, what?
Some of these.
Oh, no, two now.
It's
one.
Isn't it?
No, apparently this one is still 800 seconds.
One of the others. That's weird.
It's like perspective. I think I'm just very close to that one, so he
Yeah.
looks like he's quite big, but he's actually not.
But he's not, right.
Yeah.
Would it not be easier to move the prismarine bees elsewhere?
What, like into a
Like,
beehive and have them actually produce honey for me?
Yes.
That would be the smart move.
Like, who needs a space for iron bees when you can have prismarine bees?
Wow. As it is, I can only fit 4 prismarine bees in a beehive, and I've already got more than 4
You've already got
prismarine
5.
bees.
Yes.
and by no deliberate intent. I did not expect it to be this hard to get iron bees.
So what are the chances now of that happening?
We were at 0.81, weren't we? So 0.243. So just under a quarter of 1%. So around about 1 in 400.
That doesn't seem very far away from the 0.81.
It should be getting 3 times rarer at each point. Like
Yeah,
it should be
but my
going down
brain is just
30%.
like, oh, if it's still only 0.0, then
Yeah.
surely
Well,
there's something wrong.
you
But
can
that's
do it
just
in
my
like,
brain not
yeah.
being able to conceptually understand it.
When you get down to the percentages that small, think of it as like percentages of a percent. So 0.81 is like 81% of a single percent. But then 0.243 is down to 24% of a single percent. So you've gone from like 80% down to 20%.
Yeah.
So it's in that sense that it's that much smaller. Hang on.
I don't know how many.
There we are. Maths for Sharky.
I love how, like, Skivers is trying to talk, and I know
Sorry.
what she's trying to say.
Rude.
I don't know how many problems I have because math is one of them.
Ah, yes.
It's true. It's true. It's true. It's true.
Well, there's
It's
loads of good
actually
ones like
not
that.
For me, I just have weird
I mean, it's
like,
not
ways
really.
of. Yeah. No, I was trying to, like, I've made myself seem dumb.
I'm not as good as Sharky, obviously. But...
I've made myself seem dumb, but I did get a fairly high, like, GCSE score. Given that I actually took it whilst I was in hospital. That's the one thing I am impressed with, is my maths grade was a B. It was a B!
Nice. Maths B. B maths.
So I could probably have done better if, if my teacher hadn't been completely and utterly useless. She really was. She was the kind of teacher who left it all to the textbooks because I don't think she actually understood what she was trying to teach.
Sure, yeah.
She was just literally just terrible. So I reckon if I'd had you as a teacher instead, I might have got a higher mark. I can understand things eventually, but I have to, it has to be in a way for my brain to understand it. So you saying it at first was like, nah, but you saying 1% of 1%, that worked.
There's one type of person in this world, those who can't count past 1.
That hurts. That really hurts my brain. Oh.
That was so bad. It's good.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it's so bad that it hurts and it's good.
It hurts by how good it is.
Okay, sure. You should have put that button. Oh no, you couldn't have put that button anywhere other than touching that block. That's annoying.
Well, yeah, it's got to be on this dispenser. So it was either going to be on this side or this side. And I figured if I put it on this side, I can't actually see it dispensing. If I put it on this side, I can at least watch the honey fly out so I know it's working. Alright, breeding time. Last sand.
I was thinking about having it inside.
Last
so
poppy.
collected.
Iron Bee.
Nice.
Alright, I have him.
Me just waiting to see it. Awesome!
Yeah,
And I will actually
I sort of
let
forget because
go of him.
Take him straight
I'm
inside.
Yeah, I
I'm
am.
normally on the other end of this,
I've got
so
the
like
jar.
I'm like, how do you know
There.
what it is before it's even appeared?
Okay.
And then that was not helpful, Loopy.
Alright.
Bee,
So, Iron Bee,
little
come back. Bee, go there. Right. So, here's the next problem now, and if I thought this far ahead, maybe I would have actually started planning for this day. So, obviously bees need something to pollinate, right? I mean, yes, you feed bees something, and they breed, but they also need something to pollinate on, which is what these flowers in here are doing. All these other bees, they come out of their hives, they pollinate on the flowers, and then that gets them ready to produce honey. They go back in the hive and they make honey. Well, all the other resource bees may need different things to pollinate on than just red flowers, right? What do you think I've got to plant in the ground for an iron bee to pollinate?
An iron block.
A block of iron.
Yeah,
I have 1 iron. So, we're going to need some iron before the iron bee should even be pollinating. Like, I don't know. He might somehow pollinate without. I mean, there he is there. But he's got nowhere to go. Like, he's got nothing that he wants to pollinate against. So, I doubt he'll ever go in the hive. So, we're going to need a load more iron.
So, can I just say, like, you may be the maths guy, but you're not the biology guy, at least. Nothing to pollinate on.
Yeah, I don't know what the appropriate verb is. Well, pollinate, I guess, is the verb, isn't it?
Pollinate?
Yeah.
He never did biology. He did the other two.
I did.
Of course.
I did the three.
Mm.
No!
That's why I'm just like, I don't think that's the right word.
Okay.
And I think the pollination is actually only a side effect. Like, it's only by accident that they pollinate other things.
Okay.
Because what they actually want is the nectar from the plants. Because it's the nectar that they're using, like, to make the honey. Like, it's the sugary stuff that they're using to make the honey. So
Yeah.
So pollinating is, I don't know. Some of them might be like I can't even think of the words now. Because there are some bees that collect the pollen and put it in little pockets on their legs, which is really weird. Because I'm just like, they have pockets into their skin.
Oh, that's not what I wanted.
I wish I had pockets in my skin.
Skin pockets.
Easily could be made.
Oh, yeah.
It's
BRB, golden equal pockets.
Hot pockets.
It's so weird. But yeah. So I'm actually curious now. Is pollination the action, or is it... No, that's not! I'm curious as to whether the pollination is, like, part of the action and they have to think about it, or whether it just accidentally happens as they're going from flower to flower getting the nectar.
I'm gonna start calling you Mike Myers.
You're gonna start calling me what?
Mike Myers.
I still didn't catch what you actually said.
Michael Myers.
Oh. Well, because it's skin pockets.
Oh, I just ate my last cooked silkworm.
You'll have to get some more so you can make some more bread.
Let's see.
I was correct. Pollination does occur as a result of bee foraging, but the bees are not intentionally pollinating flowers. They are collecting a valuable protein source.
Oh man, I had a button in this chest.
Yeah, it's right above you.
More droppers, yeah. Okay, so yeah, bees just accidentally pollinate.
It's mainly because there isn't enough, like, nectar, or I think it probably is nectar that they use. There isn't enough nectar in one flower, so they have to go from flower to flower to flower, taking the pollen with them as they go.
There you go. You learn something new every day.
I don't know why, considering I hate insects, like most other insects, but bees, I love bees.
Can't hate bees though.
That's true.
They got
Like
pockets
they do so much good. They have skin pockets.
They have skin pockets.
No, it is really weird. I want to know what kind of bee that is then, because if bees are accidentally pollinating, why are there specific bees that collect pollen in pockets on their legs?
I almost spat out my drink. Why do bees collect skin on their legs? I mean...
No, actually, I've just realised that they do collect pollen. Nectar is for energy, and pollen provides protein and other nutrients. But, like, they're not intentionally pollinating other flowers. So they collect nectar and pollen for themselves, and then they also transfer it from plant to plant, basically on their legs, because it sticks. Most pollen is used by bees as larvae. Is it larvae or larvae? Larvae.
Lavu.
Because it's spelled Larvae.
Larvae.
So it's larvae. Most pollen is used by bees as little bees' food.
Little bees.
But bees also transfer it from plant to plant, providing the pollination services needed by plants and nature as a whole. So the answer is, they do not do pollination of other plants intentionally, but they do collect pollen.
Okay.
Bam.
Checks out. Alright, another stack of cooked silkworms. Incidentally, in the middle of all that, I remembered there's no point just forgetting about the bees now. I've got my one lonely iron bee, but that doesn't mean I can't keep trying to breed more.
That.
But I could breed more out of the sieve bee and the sand bee. I could keep trying for more iron bees, so that when I'm ready, I've got a heap to go. So I bred another pair and I got another prismarine again. So we're now like 6 for 7 or something. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we've got 6 prismarine and 1 iron. So.
I really do think that you should think about making some more bee houses so that these prismarine bees can be making you honey.
I mean, we're almost getting to the point now where I'm getting distracted coming back here to collect all this honey that's popping out of these. Plus, I haven't sieved honey in so long, apart from the little bit I did before. So, I'm at the point now where if this were actually automated, I'd be happy, because then it would just collect it for myself and just stash it away. But as it is, I've got to run and pick it up
obviously you
all
can't
the time now.
do that yet until you've got the stuff for the iron bee.
So, let's sieve some iron. I mean, sieve some gravel. See how much iron we can get. Have I got... Yeah, my ore crushing hammer's nearly done for. Which is actually Really bad news. I didn't think of that. Ah, dear. Ah, dear. Okay. So, we need 10
Do you
iron
get XP?
to make a new one of them.
Oh no, that sucks.
So my ore crushing hammer, which I totally forgotten was that low, that's a special hammer that I can use to double most resources. You can use it to smash ores down into dust, and typically one ore smashes down into 2 dust, which will basically allow me to double the amount of iron I get. But of course it's going to take 10 iron to make, which basically means
So
I've
you
got to...
need 19 in order to make that. And
Well, no,
also...
other way around. Like it'll take 10 iron to make, but I've still got the one there, and if I can use it before it breaks, I only need to use it on 5 iron to turn 5 into 10. Then I can replace it. But if it doesn't have enough durability left to get me 5 more to split 5
I
iron.
thought you need another 9 as well for the block that you're
Oh
going to
yes,
put.
you're right. So
that was my point.
So I need 19 sort of for the short term. Yes.
Hey, my quick math was right. Oh, no, I just didn't explain myself very well.
No, that's
that was what I was meaning. For like, so you technically you need 2 iron blocks and then 1 extra.
More or less.
How much have you got already?
I have 1 iron ingot.
Oh.
I mean, I don't know how much I've got from all this sieving. Actually, I do. I had a sneaky peek in my inventory. I've got 57 of this weird iron chunks or whatever this is that comes out, which divide by 4, so well, that's basically 14 iron ore, which will double into 28 iron, assuming I can actually get enough iron in the hammer to double it in the first place. So we'll have to wait and see. Let's finish the sieving. I've also got 5 emeralds and 2 diamonds out of all this. That's the other good bit.
Nice. Are those fancy sieves? Are they
Yep. Well, these sieves are made of iron mesh. So Skeever's has has string mesh in hers. The one above string is flint. The one above flint is iron. So at some point, I blew a heap of iron to make iron meshes in the sieves.
Do they have durability? Or...
Nope. They'll never break.
Cool. That's permanent now.
The higher grade of mesh increases the percentage chance of the rarer drops.
Right.
So let's put the flint back in there. Yep. And let's just dump the rest in here, and then see what we've actually got. Okay, so hammer. There's a stack of iron. I'll leave the others in there, and we'll see what this all turns into. But first, let me check for the honey. Okay, this other one's full. The manual one is full. That iron beam must be very bored in there, just flying around with nothing to do. Okay, that's
just
full.
Chilling. It's being a Minecraft bee.
Alright. Actually, he's inside the hive at the moment. So I guess he goes in there from time to time, but I doubt he's going to produce any honey in there, because he's not got anything to do. I'll keep an eye on that. If he comes out and that honey level's gone up to 1, then I guess that proves you can start from nothing. Which is actually really nice, because if that's the case, then after iron and coal, I'm going to rush to ender bees.
Nice.
Because that's the one reason I haven't given any thought to ender pearls, because I could get ender pearls from ender bees, but ender bees would need to pollinate a block of ender, which means I would already need to have 9 ender pearls in the first place.
Oh, so you'd need a monster farm, a mob farm even.
Yep, so he's out of the hive now, and there's no honey in there. It's still honey level 0. So he went in the hive, but he did nothing in there. So he genuinely does need an iron block to get the party started.
He didn't do nothing. He rested.
Yeah, he hung around.
Rest is just as important as work.
Okay, let's see how much iron ore we can split before the ore crushing hammer breaks. Can we split at least 5 to get at least 10 grit? Yes, we got 12, and then the hammer broke. Perfect. Okay, that means we can make ourselves a new hammer. A piece of string and a stick. Piece of string. Oh, and of course, there's no point putting that in there because I've got to make an iron block first.
I love how it just sits on the crafting table and you can see it on the crafting table. That's so weird.
Yeah, that's why I never make crafting tables anymore in Modern Minecraft. I just always go to the crafting station because it's just so much more convenient.
Oh, crafting station. Right. Yeah, that's not a regular. Right.
Alright, new hammer. Crush more iron. Okay. Smelt more. That's too slow. So 8, 8, 4, 16, 20. We'll have 22 iron come out of there. So I actually have a heap of iron.
But I got 22 iron in my thingo.
So you did have enough with just all of that? Because you
did.
only need 9 for this block.
And of course...
Where are you going to put the block?
Well, see, that's the thing. I was just about to explain this. The flowers are currently where the pollination sites had been mapped down in my head. So these 2 flowers here are currently right where the pollination sites would have been for this hive. So I would put iron under the blocks of these 2 flowers. 1 block there, 1 block there. And that would support my 4 iron bees.
What happens if you just, like, dig up the thing underneath?
The flower will fall off.
Does that make the bees angry? Because
no idea.
Technically...
Yeah, I know. It's a good thought, and I have no idea if it counts, and I don't want to risk finding out. So, that'll be a mystery that someone else can try and solve. But, yeah, I'm just going to put a single block of iron in between the flowers. We'll just have bonus flowers in there.
Do they not, like, stop getting angry at you at some point?
Well, see, the problem with bees getting angry is they sting you, right?
Yeah.
And you know what happens when a bee stings you?
It dies?
Stingers are a once-used thing, yeah, they die.
So just don't let it sting you.
In a cage that small, all the bees would just rush me, and then they would all just die. So I'd lose all the bees.
You
know, I could
lose
try.
Your iron bee.
Well, yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. I wouldn't. I would only lose all the normal bees. I mean, realistically, what I should do, and in fact might even do, well, it depends about the ones out there.
Then move the plants.
Yeah, I should get out my bee box and just pick all the bees up, because I can fit 10 of them in there. And then I could fix the flowers.
How many... Problem is, though, you've got more than 10 bees in there.
Yeah, but I've also got 4 jars. So I can carry 14 bees at the moment.
And you have exactly 14 bees.
I do, and I don't need to pick the iron one up. He's fine. And actually what I should do is I should pick up the Civ bee if I'm doing this, because the Civ bee out there will also get angry if I break a poppy.
Oh,
So
yeah, that's a good point.
So let's do this then. Let's seeing as I was saying it, let's actually do it. I'll put no, I'm literally full of honeycomb. Okay. Alright. Bee jars, bee box. Okay. We'll have a sieve bee in a jar. Okay. I'll get 3 more of you in jars. 1. 1. And then all the other bees are inside places. Let's get you sorted. Okay, other bees.
Just when you actually want them to be out, there's just nothing.
Break the flower, then they'll come out.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, if they're not coming out, I'm going to sieve some of their honeycomb. That'll show them.
Crank that. Now you crank that soldier boy. Now you crank that soldier boy. Now you
I think the iron bee might have just grown up.
I thought he looked big too.
He's a big boy. Chunky boy. Chunky, chunky.
Here we are.
Wonky, wonky.
Bees.
I like 'em big. I like 'em chunky. He's a big boy now.
So there's 1 bee in there,
He's a big boy.
and there's 2 bees still in there. Okay. So we should have room for 3 left.
The ugliest one.
Okay, that's kind of useless. Literally can't see anything because of all that. Yep.
If only we weren't in lockdown, does Carl's Jr. have a Lotus Biscoff milkshake? And I'm like, I want that so bad.
Sounds nice.
I want one.
I want one
You
as
could
well.
probably use vanilla ice cream and some milk, put it in a blender, and then put.
I don't have a blender.
Oh,
Oh wait, I have a mini blender.
use the mini blender. Vanilla ice cream, milk, and the entire jar of Biscoff. No, I'm kidding.
Sounds right to me.
I mean, it's any good.
The question is, do I have vanilla?
Also, Sharky, why are you crouching and jumping?
I'm trying to encourage the bee to come out. Getting impatient with it. It's the last bee and it just won't come out of its hive.
It's because you're looking at it.
I know.
No,
as soon as I leave though to crank more honeycomb, it'll come out. So there we go. I'll look out this way. I'll look at the prismarine bees, which look like a lot of them have grown up now. I think there's only 1 baby there now. Oh, I heard him. There he is. Mine. Right. And of course that's going to start shearing. Okay. 1 iron bee. I'm going to break flowers. Do not get mad. Alright?
Get mad.
He's good. Nothing happened. Alright. Bam, bam. And where's the one out here? That one.
To be affected?
Sorry?
I feel like you'd have to break iron for him to be affected.
Yeah. Also, I've just realised, I don't know what prismarine bees need to feed.
Prismarine?
They look okay. They don't look angry.
Excuse you. Yeah, Skeevers is correct. It is prismarine. That is fine.
It just slipped out.
Okay, so
to be immortalized on YouTube.
We'll have to clip that then, I guess.
No,
Do you want me-
don't
Do
you
you want me
dare!
to like? Do you want me to rate it?
Don't
Sharky,
you dare!
I'll pay you $50 to clip it.
No, because you don't have money to pay him.
So this is the part where I clip you saying, "I'll pay you $50 to clip it," and we'll just have that without context.
Go that to the police and be like,
Oh. How liable would that make you if it's not a written contract, but you've got a recording of somebody saying something?
I feel like it'd be pretty reliable. It's a verbal contract.
No,
And there's
I didn't say reliable. I said liable. How liable would that make you? Like, would you actually have to do it? Oh,
Yeah.
that bee is going nuts, boy!
Yep, he's doing
going,
little spins.
Play Darude Sandstorm, quick.
And so this is why I plan to have 2 pollination points for each hive, because I anticipate with 4 bees all trying to spin on this one block, they're all gonna bump each other out the way. So at least if I have 2, they can split up.
Also, are all of the rest of your flowers in the right place?
They are, but you can see that they sit randomly, because flowers like are that big compared to the actual block they sit in. So they randomly position themselves in the square. So I know it's annoying.
Like,
technically, they're all in the correct spots. Yeah, they're all in that pair in each of these corners. But you're right, because it's random. It's sort of. Here he goes. There we go. Alright, less than 10 seconds. There you go, fair usage. Thank you, Skeevers, that's enough. There you go, we've got
We've got to actually be watching the stream to know whether it's coming up at the same time.
honey level 1.
I think it might. I think it might be at the right time, but clip that bit. Clip Drew Sandstorm B.
Yes, clip.
Right clip and like right clip. Instead of right click, it's right clip.
Right clip. Alright, I think that means we can set everyone free again now. So if I let you back out.
The fact that he's just going nuts. I love him. Can we call him Darude?
If I had a name tag, yes. Oh, he's already got his lead still on him. Good.
Can we hypothetically call him Darude?
Let me.
Well, not even hypothetically. Like, his name is Darude. We just don't have, like, an actual name tag. But that's
His name is Darude. And the sand bee is called Sandstorm.
Yes.
Sandstorm!
Nice.
Speaking of Sandstorm, we're going to breed them again now that they're back. See if we can't get a second iron bee. You and
I bet you don't.
you. How mean? Come on, iron bee.
Dang it. Oh, are you kidding?
Come back.
Oh. Guess who's back?
Got him.
Back again. Iron's back. Tell your friends.
This bee is Iron Man. This bee is Tony Stark.
You in
this
there.
This bee is Tone B Stark. Tone B Stark and Darude.
So now the question is, when I release all these other bees, are they gonna remember which hive is theirs? So if I just let all these bees out one by one, are they just gonna remember this? Okay, 1. Whoa! So much for 1. I was just about to count to 10. And I said 1, and 10 bees flew out of the box.
What? That was so good.
I did not expect to dump all of them at once. Apparently.
One, boom, bees.
Because part of me wondered, like, because if you can hold 10 bees in there, I was going to say, how do I know which one to release? Like, because I deliberately put the sieve bee in a jar on its own so that the bee box would only hold the honey bees. Because I didn't want to have the sieve bee in with them, because then I wouldn't know how to release just the one.
That's really lucky.
Alright, well.
That really was like it was like on your one you just went run.
Also, I'm going to need to make shears, because the honey, the iron one is ready. So, here comes our first 5 iron honeycomb.
Nice. And then are you going to make more of the redstone things so that it's like...
Yep, so that it starts automatically doing it. Yep, there we go. So, away he goes. And now...
So what do you do with iron honeycomb?
I'm about to find out. If I put it in the centrifuge, there we are. Just like before, there's a 25... Oh, it's up to 25%. Okay, there's a 25% chance it'll get me honey bottles. 50% chance of getting beeswax and an iron ingot. So...
Oh, but there's only 50%?
It is only 50%, but I think that was true of maybe normal honeycomb as well. Now, it was even less for normal honeycomb, right? It was 20% of getting the jar and then 25% of getting the sugar and the beeswax. But yeah, it's 50%, but you're right, it is only 50%. Half the time it just won't trigger. So, if
So you're not actually getting 5 iron. You're essentially getting 2.5.
Yeah, 2.5 to 3 iron. Yep. So let me take that out. Put those in there.
Well, there's 2.5 of a chance, but like obviously you can't just get a half. So
yeah. So let's see. We've got 5 iron honeycomb in there. I'm gonna crank the thing. Place your bets. Any number between 0 and 5. How much iron is going to be in there? The odds say 2.5, so 2 or 3. But does anyone want to go high or low?
I'm saying 2.
You're saying 2. Skeevers, you got a bet?
What was the bet? Sorry, I wasn't
Any
listening.
number between 0 and 5, but 2 and 3 are the most common, and the further away from 2 and 3, the rarer it is.
4.
You're thinking of 4? I'd like it if there was 4 iron in there. And you said 2, Novak?
Yep.
Then I guess I'll go 3. Alright, I'll put that away. Ready? Moment of truth?
Oh, don't do this.
Ready?
So you're gonna have to wait because it won't be the moment of truth immediately.
Said 5.
That's right, I've been quiet.
What?
There it is.
I almost
That's
said 5.
crazy. That was only 50%. How was...
That pays back for my prismarine luck, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Part of me suspects that maybe something's not right about that, and maybe it actually is 100%. So, we'll see. But we've got another 5, so we can try it again.
That's so cool. How many do you need for the,
Well,
what's it called?
I need heaps for everything. So.
No, I mean for the automator thing.
Oh, for the Redstone Clock.
Yeah.
I think it was only 4. But I need 2 Redstone
okay.
Clocks for the 2 hives on this side that don't have it.
So
there we go, another 5. Would you look at that?
Many?
I think it's literally 1 for 1. It must be, the recipe must be wrong.
That doesn't make sense that the regular honey only has a 1 in, like it has less of a chance. That doesn't make any sense. Like regular honeycomb.
Let's see.
Have you been counting, like how many honeycomb you've been putting in there that was regular stuff?
Not in the slightest.
Fair enough.
Yes, it says 50%.
I'd be curious if you got like 5 of those. Unless that's only a 50% chance of the bottom one.
Yeah, of the beeswax. That's what I was thinking too, but of course there's already 38 beeswax in there, and you'd have to go back and look at the stream to see how that's been going up each time, because I haven't been watching that one.
Yeah.
The other honey's still going fine. There's actually other honeycomb just on the ground in here. So let me get some of those. Trigger this button. See, so this is where, once I put the redstone clock on these two and automate this side, this is where I'm going to have honeycomb constantly just pouring out of here. And so making the item collector is going to be absolutely essential. Because stuff is just going to be always on the floor.
Now you have the iron bee.
Yeah, so we're on our way to just having all the iron we want, so that's a lot more practical now. Alright. Redstone Clocks.
Go and try and get another one.
Oh, another iron bee?
Another one.
Well, at this point, I can actually spend iron to breed the 2 iron bees together. And that's just a guarantee.
I want to see the chance. Do it with a sand and a poppy. Do it the harder way.
Alright, 2 comparators. I'll just make these 2 clocks and I'll do that. 2 comparators, 8 redstone, 8 iron. That's my last 2 comparators. 8 redstone. Oh, that's my last 8 redstone. Wow. And, well, I've got 8 iron easily. That's fine. So, bam. 2 redstone clocks. So we can take the buttons off now.
I need to, like, if you can hear liquid, that's me shaking the sneak shake again.
If you can hear liquid.
If you can hear liquid. Yeah, like that.
Oh, I could hear that liquid.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was trying to say. If you can hear, like, a sloshing sound was what I actually meant, but don't judge my brain. I like the word slosh.
Okay, that one's
Actually,
automatic.
Talking of liking words, do either of you have a favourite word?
Not presently.
Nah, not really. I only said that because I know so many people hate it. Mum.
Mm.
When my little sweetie says, "Mummy."
Mummy.
Nah. Okay, so mine is no, never mind.
I feel like I don't have a favourite word.
Mine's yeet when you tell me about the little one just saying yeet. That's what I was gonna say before, but I was just like, can that be my favourite word? Because it's also your kid. So that'd just be like.
I really like the word effervescent.
Ooh, effervescence, yeah.
Beautiful. But like, I feel like if I have to go with a word that I say all the time, it's gonna be mood because I say that all the time.
That is a mood.
I like the word sneaky.
Alright, Prismarine, here we go. 1 sand. You. 1 poppy. To you. And together you make another Prismarine.
Oh man.
Alright, where did he even go? There. Come back. He's too tiny. Got him.
Sharky's favourite word probably demo.
That is a good
So
point.
what's this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Especially when someone else makes it for you.
It
do be bussin'. That homemade KFC I made tonight was bussin'.
It was very tasty.
It was very bussin'.
Actually,
Okay.
I know what Kiddo's favourite word is going to be. Kiddo's favourite word is yes. And when you were saying about how she was tapping on the plate, being like, yes! Here!
That was so funny. That was so funny.
And then you sending a video in Discord of you doing it, it's just like, we could imagine what you were talking about. You didn't need to send a video of you tapping.
was funny.
Yeah.
Alright, we will go to sleep and then we'll centrifuge those 5 iron honeycomb, and I've emptied the thing of everything else. So we'll see exactly what we get from all the other slots. And I can see stuff on the floor in there already, so we'll go in and have a grab of all that. And there it is. So out of that 5 iron honeycomb, we got literally no honey, which was like a 25% chance that failed 5 times in a row. We got 5 iron, so that hit every time, but we got the 3 beeswax, that's the 50% chance. That's the 2 or 3. Yeah. So it must be the beeswax is 50%, the iron's 100%, and we just got really unlucky on the honey.
But I love how, like, you assumed that it was 50% for both, even though it was always underneath the arrow. So it was always sort of connected with that bottom one. Just the way people look at things differently. So your assumption was, oh yeah, it must be like the 50% is going with the arrow, but I was like, well, maybe the 50% is going with the box instead.
Yeah, because of course they're the dual outputs. So you're right, I ranked the outputs together, but what it is it's more, that's the percentage chance of the secondary output. That's the correct way of looking at it, right? So this is the guaranteed primary output, and that is the chance of a secondary output along with it. You know, that makes sense. So, alright, let's do a little bit more iron again.
Are you gonna use that to make another iron bee with Darude and
Son?
Iron bee.
Possibly. I don't know that I can breed him while he's still a baby. Yeah. Greetings. Welcome back.
Iron Man bee.
I just spotted you in the chat there. Thanks for dropping back in. This is
Darude.
Yeah. No, I was going to more say this is Sharky at the helm this time. You were here when Skeevers was playing before, but it's Sharky's turn this time.
And then there's me, just like introducing the bee. The bee's more important.
Yeah.
Except I'm actually pretty sure that's Darude because the other one's too small.
That's the grown-up one.
Oh yeah.
There's the baby.
Twitch has been being really weird, so it possibly didn't like show up before.
Yeah, we had some issues at the start of the stream with disconnections and stuff like that, so notifications might have been a bit weird and things like that. But thanks for dropping in anyway.
Iron Man and Darude are gonna have a baby, which is weird because we're assuming that Darude is a boy, and Iron Man is also a boy. Iron Manby. How did I say it earlier? Because I definitely didn't say Iron Manby. I have just realised what that is. It's got nothing to do with the wand that you were using earlier. That's the pollen. Like, the spots on its back were it returning from the flower with pollen.
The pollen to go back to the hive. That makes so much more sense. Good job sort of recognising that. I would not have thought of that. That's good catch.
Oh, it's because I saw it again and you don't have that like wand thing anywhere in sight, so I was just like, well, what's going on this time?
True.
Okay. Alright, so...
I love how things just randomly keep, like, setting on fire. Also, you got 4 out of 5 honey that time.
Yeah,
also,
I did notice that.
Could be Margaret Thatcher, the Iron Lady.
Wow. Okay. So, well, if we leave Iron Bee for their child, which it's kind of hard because they are all iron bees anyway. But this could be Margaret Thatch bee. Margaret Thatch bee. So we've got Darude and Margaret Thatch bee. Like, I was gonna say, find a better way of putting it so it's like not like Iron Man bee. Like, how did I say it earlier when I said it the first time? I swear I didn't say either Iron Man or Iron Bee.
Turn B? Didn't you say it?
Hmm?
Didn't you say turn B instead of turn E?
Oh, yes, it was Tone B Stark. I could not remember that, and I was just waiting for ages, like, for it to come back. And I just couldn't get that memory. Okay, so we've got... They're gonna have a kid, so it's Margaret Thatchby and Darude are gonna have a kid called Toneby Stark.
There you go.
And then we'll wait for them to be able to breed again. And now we need another name. Hawkbee! Which has absolutely no, like, relation to anything to do with iron, but it's just Hawkbee because Avengers. Or what's the kid's name? We can have Morgan Bee. Is it Morgan?
Yeah, it is Morgan.
So just talking to the question in the chat there, the point of the point of basically any Skyblock mod pack like this is up to you. Basically, I'm building a world out of nothing.
And there are quests.
Yeah, there are quests, but the bees are basically here to generate resources for me because there's no world out here, right? There's no Minecraft world, so these bees are gonna start producing the resources I need. Like we've recently just got these iron bees, and so this is how we get iron without having to go out into the world and mine iron. They pollinate this beehive, and I can harvest iron from it, just like I can get honey from ordinary beehives. So that's the short-term goal, to start gathering up the right kinds of bees.
Other bee.
Sorry?
How long until it's grown up?
Oh, like just a minute.
That other bee is grown up?
Yeah, 75 seconds. Yep.
No.
If I fall, I die, because there's no world out there. But that's why I've got fences up and things like that, so I can't walk off the edge.
And so that you don't lose all of the stuff in your inventory when you fall and die.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to drop all the stuff I'm holding onto. Yeah. Okay, let's sieve this one.
Have you actually had to use /home at all?
I can show you my my death chest.
You do have a death chest. Fair enough.
That's oh nice.
I still don't quite understand how Skeevers died 10 times.
Well, the 10 times was like to the spider and stuff, right? So
oh right.
Where's
the food source currently is silkworms. So
yeah,
at the beginning of this mod, you're up on that what's it called?
This bedrock platform up the top here.
Platform,
yeah.
And you had a tree, and from that tree you could get silkworms in its leaves, and you can eat the silkworms, and then eventually, like, the food source can be the honey, or honeycomb.
Yep. Absolutely.
Honey can't be a food source, can it?
I can eat the honey bottles. But... Yeah, the honey bottles are edible, but I can't eat the honeycomb itself. That's not technically a food item.
Oh, right. I thought it was the other way around. I thought it was that you couldn't eat.
Yeah, I can't chomp down on a honeycomb, but I can drink the honey from a bottle.
But have you seen that video? I mean, I know Skeevers has. That video of the guy eating honeycomb.
Maybe, I'm not sure.
He just straight up eats a bee. There is a bee on the end of the honeycomb, and he shoves this massive bit of honeycomb into his mouth and just swallows a bee.
Yeah, I feel like I probably would have remembered that then. I mustn't have seen this.
Fair enough. And there's all the people in the comments going, "Oh, is nobody going to talk about the bee?" But then everybody is talking about the bee.
Everyone's saying, "Is nobody going to talk about the bee?"
Some dude eats a bee. Yeah, exactly right. Yolan.
Oh yeah, if you want to expand the islands,
you've got to be,
yeah, you crouch down and you look over the edge and you carefully place more blocks. It's very nerve-wracking, which is why I made the place this big to begin with, so that I had a huge amount of space that I feel like I could run around in, and whenever I run out of room, yep, I could make it bigger.
I was just gonna say that the platform was like 3x3, so the platform was tiny. The odds of falling off of that were quite high at the beginning.
Oh yeah, the starting platform was very, very small.
And like the first time I played, because I also play, I just can't stream because I have a Mac, and it does not like the streaming methods. So, I mean, I could stream if I found a different way, but I don't know anybody who streams with a Mac, so I don't know anybody to ask. Each time you fall, that was like taking a bit of that hammer damage and like redoing it. So that didn't work that well.
I know, but I didn't want to have to build up to it.
Yeah, no, fair enough. But yeah, if anybody is watching this later and knows Mac streaming, MacBook Air streaming specifically, chuck me a reference of how I could do it. Just add me as a friend. My name is How About Novak, and you'll be able to find me presumably
on everything.
Yeah, you can't find specific followers on people's channels, can you?
As in you can't look at who our current followers
who follows
are.
That person.
No,
yeah.
But we can like recommend other channels. Like I could list like your channel as a recommended or something.
If you could do that so that anybody who knows what to do can just because you can add friends and you can also send messages to accounts, and I don't mind that.
Yeah.
So if anybody were to rewatch it once you've like done whatever reference to my channel, just because I do want to stream, because it's funny, because I just die every other second.
Dear.
But yeah, mine's not going to be as technical as yours at all. I will still be there 10 streams later, like, what am I doing with this tree?
You can tell we've all got our own playstyles and things, like, you know, the stuff I'm doing and Skeever's are quite different things, and that's fine. You know, everyone's playing to their own end game. I've also just realised I started.
Mine isn't even a play style. My play style is literally just die repeatedly. Also, I'm sorry that you're still lonely. Don't be lonely. We're here.
Yeah, absolutely. You're no need to be lonely on this stream. Loads of exciting things happen here. We had a solar eclipse before. That was pretty exciting.
Yeah, periodically things keep setting on fire and it keeps like freaking me out, and then I realise, oh, it's okay.
That little fire there that you don't go up to and stand
in. Is there not a way of stopping that from happening?
Oh, I'm sure there is, but what's the fun in that? I mean, I know exactly why it's happening, so I've just got to change the blocks around it, really.
Oh.
Like, it's happening because
oh yeah, no, it's not the same game. It's not
because there's lava in there.
It's the same sort of game. It's not the same world as Skeever's.
Oh
world.
yes,
Skeever's world is land of platforms, and this is hexagons.
Yeah, I just have one giant square platform that I've kind of chopped up into hexagons because I thought that felt nice for bees, but it's the same type of Minecraft as the one that Skeevers was doing. her stream.
It's just because they are singular worlds.
Yeah. Yes. No, lag is
yeah. Also, there is a huge lag.
Yeah, lag is not our friend at the moment. It's kind of bad at this stage. So, thank you for persevering with it.
I'm not even 100% sure why, because well, I'm watching it like live, quote unquote, so I can see your comment as soon as it comes up on there for me. Who can't you hear?
Well, there's me, Sharky. Then there's Novak. Yep.
That would be me.
That'd be you. And Skeevers is here too, but she's not talking a whole lot at the moment. You there, Skeevers?
Yep.
Yep.
Checking which one of us is not being able to be heard. It might not be your connection.
It could be us. It's hard to say with absolute certainty. Also, I've just realised I need to be breeding those iron bees. Let me
Yeah, I said that ages ago.
Oh, you're back. Welcome back. Thanks. Yeah, sometimes just jumping out and jumping back in
I think
fixes it.
I think that was saying that they were gonna come back.
Oh, Oh, sorry.
Possibly a little bit lost in translation.
Yeah, that's true. I assumed the other way around. Okay, let me go in and feed these bees. And by feed these bees, I mean
something that you find
wait for one to come
quite
out.
a lot with
Yeah.
sort of learning the languages. The will or would or should, those sorts of things tend to get missed.
Yes.
It makes you wonder whether it's like the people teaching, or whether it's just that it doesn't translate very well at all. Because, yeah, as we were establishing yesterday, I cannot speak any other languages, so I just wonder. Because a lot of languages like French and German and Spanish are very literal. They don't have the filler words that we do.
Yes.
We have one of the most expansive languages, because we have I think it's over 1.5 million words in the English language, and then there is at least one European language that has as few as 200,000. So obviously not everything is going to translate properly. I love languages and stuff like that. It's a shame that my brain doesn't learn them well, but they're really interesting. Also, I'm just rambling. My apologies.
That's alright.
I was half expecting one of you to say something at the end there, and I was just like, am I talking to myself? Didn't know if I'd cut off or something.
You're talking to yourself.
Yeah.
So, let's see.
Also, yeah, it does suck, because I enjoy the sound and the flow of other languages, but it does not stay in my brain. Some kind of disconnect. Some people are better at learning those sorts of things than others, though. And I'm curious as to what part of your brain does that.
Yeah. I'm
like other
not
bits
entirely
of
sure.
knowledge,
Hmm.
I can retain fairly easily, like random facts and things like that. But yeah, when it comes to learning a different language, it just does not stay. It's just like I'm sieving it through my brain. And the occasional weird word will stick, but yeah, not really very much of it at all. So it's odd. And now I'm intrigued. Why have you got loads of slime?
Loads of slime is what I want to have. Can you see loads of slime?
No, I mean, like, no. sorry, it was just
In the crafting recipes.
yeah, in the crafting recipe.
Yeah.
And I didn't mean to say why have you got. I meant to say why are you looking at loads of slime? What are you trying to do?
I'm at the point now where I can make the item collector, in the sense that I can make the crystallized amber because I now have power to my solidification chamber because I just made the honey generator, which has turned a bottle of honey into power, and this has some power in it now.
That's cool.
So now
So
I'm just trying to
why
get...
the slime?
Because I need to make... let me follow the chain again. To make the crystallized amber, I need a fire charge, redstone dust, and magma block. To make the magma block, I need 4 magma cream. To make magma cream, I have to put a slime ball with blaze powder.
Oh,
So
right.
I need slime balls, 4 of them. So we will put
How do you get them then?
So I struggled on my last stream a week ago to get mushrooms. When I finally got mushrooms, I put a barrel of water on top of mycelium to make witch water, and then I stick a mushroom in the witch water and it turns to slime.
Oh, cool.
So that's where I got my slime from. There's my slime balls. Thanks for dropping in. What's that? Yeah. No worries.
Yeah, I'm like not 100% sure what.
That's fine. I had
go
to
get my charger. My phone is gonna. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It's gonna shut down.
Yes. No, by all means, run for the charger. 1%.
That's weird that you actually said that because my iPad literally just said 10% and it just came up on the thing and then screwed up the whole Twitch thing for a second. So that's plugged in now.
Okay.
Nice. Wait, were you saying nice to the chat or?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay, so that proves that even the chat for me is more delayed than it is for Skiva. Oh, this is terrible.
On the browser.
Yeah, no, so am I. That's the problem. I'm on the browser of the iPad. I'm not in the app.
It's because Skeevers is on a browser on the same side of the world as where the source is coming from.
Yeah, I mean, it probably is.
Nice.
I'm just opening it up again. No, let's try that again.
Yeah, parkour. That makes more sense. Got it.
Parkour.
Wait, what did I miss?
Oh, just in the chat. Parkouring all over the house to look for the phone charger.
Oh, right, okay.
What?
Nice.
Are these
But
IMBs ready to breed
actual,
again?
like, parkouring? Or do you mean the office parkouring?
I mean, what they're doing in the office is parkouring. Parkour is the creative way to get from one place to another. That was the point of that.
Actually, you've made me. I'm going to Google it right now.
Because they googled it on the office. Because they were like, Jim was like, well, because technically they are doing parkour. They're just very bad at it.
Nope. Parkour is a training discipline where practitioners aim to get from one point to another in a complex environment without assisting equipment and in the fastest and most efficient way possible. So technically it's not parkour.
Okay. Those 3 to make a fire charge. Alright. So...
Yeah, so there's
one
another.
of them.
According to the strictest definition, parkour is the act of moving from point A to point B, using the obstacles in your path to increase your efficiency.
500 millibuckets of honey. Okay. 500 millibuckets of honey. It's okay to be tired. Look, I'm kind of tired here. Oh wow! I just saw inside of the solidification chamber. I can see the things in there.
That's so weird.
The magma block at the bottom, the redstone dust in the middle, and the fire charge at the top. They're all kind of red, but they're all in there.
That is so weird.
And now I'm going to try and put a bit of honey in there. And I don't know how. That's obviously not where the honey goes. Can I just do that? Can I do that? Honey, please take honey in the solidification chamber, please. Okay. So I guess
repeatedly clicking on it.
Oh, don't tell me I'm in a melting chamber.
But it might work.
Ooh. Let's see. 2 of them becomes that much in the melting chamber. Melting chamber is actually not that bad. It takes either redstone. But I don't want to have to make a melting chamber. Could I just... Oh, can't I get a bucket of honey? Like, I thought I could put honey in a bucket.
That'd be good.
The answer is no. You cannot.
There, bucket of honey.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I could put 4 honey bottles together to make a bucket of honey. But that's resourceful bees bucket of honey, not cyclic bucket of honey. Which is maybe important. So this is the problem with having so many mods around.
Why does that just say cyclic bucket of honey equals a cyclic bucket of honey? That's not helpful.
No, that's a cyclic bucket of honey equals a resourceful bees bucket of honey.
Oh.
So that's a way to convert honey from one mod into honey from another mod. Which is...
Oh, that's really weird.
Yeah, which is not ideal. Because that's also telling me that getting honey bucket in the cyclic mod is not an intended thing. Because you can just turn it back into what would be the ordinary bucket of honey. And if I'm going to put honey in this, I probably need honey in a bucket from its mod. But there's no way to do that, so I think, unfortunately, we are making the melting chamber. And I bet it's going to take RF again, isn't it? Because the only way I'm going to melt this stuff is if it's powered. So, okay, 3 obsidian. Oh, nether quartz. Have I got any of that? I think I might have 1. It's the redstone that's going to be the pain. Let's see. I have 2 glass. Let's put one of them back. Nether quartz. No, I don't. Okay.
How do you get nether quartz?
Let's see. Sieving soul sand gives a 100% chance of nether quartz. That's fine. And soul sand is sand into witch water. Okay. So let's get a sand. Also, all the bees are on the ground for some reason.
They're tired of flying.
I don't blame them. Okay.
Yeah, you tried being a Minecraft bee, it's not as easy as it looks. Just like, is it, I don't want to say your name wrong. Is it Yolan or Yolanda? What did we find out yesterday, Skeevers? Skeever's fallen asleep.
I think Skeevers is no longer with us.
Oh yeah, I'm having a good day.
Thanks,
How about
yeah.
you?
We're doing well here so far.
Ah, yeah. Skeevers is very tired.
Yep. Skeevers has announced herself in the chat there. Alright. Sieve the soul sand. Get the nether quartz. Here we go. 1 nether quartz. Furnace. So,
All of this just for 1 nether quartz.
well, we've got the 1 nether quartz, but yeah, I'm moving on now to the next part. Glass, 3 obsidian, and then we're going to need loads of redstone. Oh dear.
How do you get redstone?
Sieving dust.
Oh, yeah. Sieving again.
Also, here's how I get obsidian in a way that doesn't require using a diamond pickaxe. I use my tank of lava to fill up these stone barrels with lava, and then I'm going to drop some water above it and pick the water back up, and it's turned it to obsidian in the barrel. And I can just collect it out of the barrel by just right-clicking on it.
Oh, that's awesome.
So there's no actual mining of the block, it's just made in the barrel.
That's cool.
Yeah. So that's basically what this is doing. This whole setup with all the lava here is so that I've got obsidian on demand. Okay, so there's my 3 obsidian. The challenge now is to try and come up with 18 redstone. I think it's wanting. 2 blocks of redstone, yeah. So we've got 6, and it was coming from... Yeah, it's a 1 in 8 chance of getting it from sieving dust. So what do I need? I need like 12 more. That's like 96-ish more dust, so stack and a half. So let's get 2 stacks of dust and sieve it, see what happens. Put that back. We'll go to sleep again.
Oh yeah, I'm in England just in case my accent wasn't a big enough giveaway.
Yeah, we're from all over the world here. Novak over in the European end of the world, and Skeevers and I down under.
That's the conversation that's going on in the chat is whether it's day or night. And then
I see.
Then have a good date, and I like that. Mix of both. Date.
Probably better than have a good nay. Doesn't have quite the same ring to it.
No. I mean, funnier, but doesn't quite work for what you want it to be. But yeah, we are at opposite ends of the earth. Proof that getting as far away from each other as possible still didn't work. No, kidding. Actually, talking of getting as far away, did you know that there is a point in the Pacific Ocean at which, if you were there at the right time of day, you would be closer to the other humans on the International Space Station than you would to
Oh,
anybody on Earth.
yeah. Like the most remote part of the ocean is technically closer
It's
to
called
space
Point
than.
Nemo.
I like that. That's clever.
It's really cool, and it is also a spacecraft graveyard because it's far easier to let the spacecraft just fall back to Earth and like eject the astronaut
Right.
before it hits the water and then just let it go into the water.
Yeah. Ah.
Like weird facts up there.
Yeah,
Weird facts that
exactly.
aren't necessarily useful in any other point of life, then I'm there. But I mean, even if they're not useful, they're interesting.
Oh, absolutely.
That kind of makes me wonder, is there ever a point that the space station goes over? Like, what's the closest you could possibly be to the International Space Station? Because yeah, there are like you could go to the highest peak of the Earth, but if that isn't on the space station trajectory, then it isn't going to be particularly close.
Yeah, exactly. If they're following a standard orbit around the Earth, you're right. They might not be going over that point.
Which presumably they are, because otherwise satellites would become an issue. I guess the space station in and of itself is a satellite. But I'm curious now. If
Yeah.
anybody,
It sounds like the sort of thing that Google would just
the
know.
nearest point. Yeah, that's actually a good point.
Like I feel like it's information that should be accessible enough to the internet. Okay, let's see how much redstone dust we get. Whether we get the 12 we need out of nearly 2 stacks. Your brain is burning. Sorry about that. Sometimes we tend to nerd out a little bit on this stream.
No, it's only picking up Point Nemo. It's picking up the furthest place from land. That, like, because I put what's the closest point on Earth to the International Space Station?
Yeah.
Because, yeah.
Which is not technically the same as what it's saying back. Oh, 22 redstone dust.
What it's giving me back is not that at all.
Yeah.
Like I want to know what the nearest land is. Except maybe I'm just not writing it correctly. But I'm not sure how else you could write it. I give up for now.
You could do like the reverse. You might be able to ask, when does the International Space Station get the closest to the Earth? Like that, asking it that way around?
Yes. That's a good point.
True. Okay, have we got everything we need for a melter now? We do. Okay. Right. So this is going to melt things into fluids. Bam. It does need power. There we are. Knew it. Okay. That's fair.
Didn't like that either. It just says that it serves as both an orbiting laboratory and a port for international spacecraft, and it orbits at approximately 220 miles above the Earth. But that's only approximately. Like, I want specifics. I want each end of that average.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Right, well that's worked to start with. So this is a good sign. I've managed to melt honey into a bucket of honey. Now I guess I've got to pipe the honey into the solidification chamber. So, fluid cable with the wrench. I put fluid cable.
Yeah, it's still just giving me Point Nemo, and it's just like, I want to know where the landmass is, not the...
Oh, it's done it! Bam! Instantly. So that has moved the molten honey into the solidification chamber, and it just made the crystallized amber. Amazing.
Nice.
Right. So, we are just about there then. Item collector. Because there's the crystallized amber. We need 2 droppers, which I had made previously. There they are.
I've been called cool 2 times in the last 2 days.
Nice.
I just got called cool again. I mean, so did you, but like...
Well, yeah,
it's less of an occurrence for me. Thank you very much. I think you're cool too.
So, 3 hoppers. It's going to require a bit more iron. That's fine. We're just about there. All we need now is to actually make a bit more iron, and we will have our item collector.
And is that just going to go right in the middle?
Yep, that'll go in the center, in the ground, and it will just suck everything up underneath without torches, basically.
And
well,
where will it put everything?
I think it has its own internal inventory, which it can store things in, but I would like pipe it out of that into a chest. And I'll have to give it a bit of a road test, because if it's a bit magical and it can actually suck items through blocks, like it does, if it doesn't need line of sight, then that means it technically can suck items underground, which is actually more beneficial, because then I can hide it underneath the ground under the beehive, so you wouldn't ever see it, and then I can pipe it out to a more visible chest, and that would be the better way to do this then.
That's cool.
Okay. Oh,
so what would you do? Just put like hopper after hopper after hopper?
Nah, this is modern Minecraft. I mean, I could, but I've already just used pipes here to move liquid honey from one machine to another.
Right,
so
yeah.
there's pipes for energy, pipes for liquid, and pipes for item transfer.
Okay, that's cool.
So, and that's a very standard thing in technology-based mods and things like that. 3 different types of pipes for 3 different types of
I was too
transference.
concentrated on not finding my answer for the space station, and I didn't even realise that that's what just happened.
Okay. So 3 chests.
Oh, that's really lovely. Thank you. The chat. I don't know.
I already had chests.
You can read the chat, can't you?
I can. Let me see. You're the most chill people I have ever known. You guys are amazing. I mean it. Thank you. You're very generous with that assessment, I think. But look, we're glad that that you enjoy your time here. Yeah.
At least.
Bam, item collector. Okay. So let's go over here where there's no items, and let's see what happens. So I'm gonna put it down. Real question is, does this need power? Because if this needs power, I'm gonna be so annoyed. It clearly has a front to it, which is this side. If I right click it, oh, always on, requires redstone, always on. Perfect. I love that. All right. Height. Oh, it can suck things up from above. Oh, and radius. 8. So 17 by 17. What? That's huge. That'll suck up items like for half the island. I only want like 5 by 5. Well, no, I don't want 5. I want like 11 by 11 or something. I want radius 5. That's great.
What's the biggest you could get it?
There you go. Radius of 12, so 23 by 23. And
nice.
Height is set at 1, so it'll only suck up items, I guess, 1 block above it. And that
so you can't technically bury it.
Can go all the way up to 64. So I guess maybe I could. Because I can set the height up to 64. So that's one we're going to have to test out.
Would it like... Yeah, it's just like, would it suck 3 blocks?
Oh, and that's set to down versus up. Ah. So that height is either height up or height down. Well, I'd want height up. Preview hidden. Ooh, preview rendered. Preview hidden, preview rendered. Okay, so what? This is a holographic thing showing me what blocks it's going to suck up. Yeah. Okay, and so it goes in front of that hole. Let me make this significantly smaller then. So just that there. No, this one, 5 by 5, height of 1. There we are. So it's a 5 by 5 on the ground and 1 layer above it. So if I change that height to say height 2, it's a 5 by 5 on the ground, and it's very hard to see, but that looks like 2 layers above itself. So yeah. Okay, now the next question is, if I put this in the ground...
So, I don't think it's stupid at all.
Can I make it face up?
It's funny that we make, it's funny that we make you forget that you're French.
Oh, when it collects in a direction.
This is the moment of truth.
Yeah, so I don't think I can make it face up, but that's fine. Just means that I can't place it central now. Like, it's always going to face that way. That's okay. That just means this is actually going to be even easier than I thought. So this looks like its own inventory. Outside. Yeah, I can literally put this outside. I don't even need to bury it. So I could. Well, see, this is the thing. I could put it. I can put it in the ground, like right here. Like literally right there. If I do that, it's facing the wrong way, isn't it? It's facing towards me. So I've got to do it the other way. So I've got to do it. I've got to do it in the direction where I literally can't see what I'm doing, which is problematic. There. So it's facing that way.
Did you do that? That's...
I realised that the easiest way to do it would be to jump. I'll just pick up all this honeycomb in here, even though I know that's kind of the test. But it's my honeycomb. So, what I want to do is I want to set it to pick up things. Height 1, that's fine. So 1 block above itself.
But sometimes the honeycomb
you're right, it goes higher.
Of
yes.
The things.
There you go. Height 3.
Or,
and
yeah, 3 worked.
17 by 17 is way too big. We just want to go across. Well, it's always going to be wider than it needs to be. It's about the depth. So it needs to be able to go deep 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I guess, takes it to the end of the house there. So 9 by 9?
Is that including the block that it is?
No, that's in front of it. Problem is I can't get it to render the preview at the moment for some reason. And it's also not picking anything up. Actually it is. It's got a honeycomb. But it's not picking those up.
Maybe it can't be blocked? Like, maybe it's not...
Oh, hang on. That's obviously not going to work. Let's try putting blocks there. That's a good point, because that there's one thing I didn't test, having it blocked by other blocks. So because I might need to put it in the wall then.
How did it pick that honey?
Yeah, that one piece of honey there. I know that's a bit surprising.
Really weird.
So let me run some more experiments.
Wait, when you go back onto that, what is it showing at the moment? Because it's showing what was it called?
And that's huge. Oh, that's the 8 again. It's gone back to that by default.
Oh, it was only picking up stuff from around the edge.
Oh, yeah. Did I not have the height set? That's height 2 now. Now, this is just the boundary, right? It's picking up everything.
Is it? Right.
That's also just set to height. Now it's not going any higher than this. I mean, the other option is I just put it in the walls. Or the ceiling and have it go down. Oh no, it's currently set to down. That's why. It's set to down by default. I need it to be set to up. Okay. That's solved everything. And let me check what happens if I have a block in the way. Nope, it's picked it all up. Yep, it's picked it up through that block. Perfect. Okay, so that was it.
Except that block wasn't right in front of it, though. Like, if you put that block instead right directly in front of the circle.
Well, we'll find out.
It may or may not work.
Let's go height 3, dial that back to 9 by 9, preview on and up. There we go. It's instantly got 8 honeycomb in it. And it's now doing this height all the way through the building there.
Nice.
All the way through back to the back door there. And exactly to the sides. So that's precisely the size I need it.
Awesome.
So if I turn that preview off now, that 3, 4, and I'll just put those in there, that will automatically grab items now. So this is now fully automated.
Cool. And what's the maximum stack of honey that you can have?
Well, that honeycomb should just stack to 64, but that's my inventory size. So that's going to take a while to fill up. I'll surely come and grab them and move them over to this chest long before then. Which is currently just my beehive things chest. So I'd say that's a good point of success there. Where
it only took you 2 hours 40 minutes to do it.
I know. But yeah, this was kind of one of the short to medium term goals. Finally getting iron bees to get enough iron to be able to splurge to make all these machines to start getting power in order to make the item collector. So we have finally done it. Look at them all going at that one block there. You know what? I think I can actually, with my honey dipper, tell some of them, you have that block instead. You have that block instead. There. I can actually tell them specific pollination sites as well as hives. So that might just help to stop them getting jammed.
I mean, I don't think that's worked. I think that might have just, like, stopped them from
Going the hive. No, well, it's separated them in terms of pollination now. But see, these two, like, those two are still button heads on that same block.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if that means that it's working. Oh, well, he's gone in now. So, I guess they just push each other out the way.
Probably not.
Yeah. Also, I noticed that this hive is getting sheared automatically every couple of seconds, but no items are even appearing, which means that this thing must be instantly picking the items up the minute they get sheared, which is great. I'm just waiting for that to fully run out. There you go, it's empty now. So now if we go to this, it should have 5 in it. It does. 5 iron honeycomb. So this is completely automated now.
Nice.
Which means this is where we start putting other bees in here.
A comment, which
is
it's weird, but I can't help. I play Minecraft on PlayStation, so I can't have mods. I've never played it on PlayStation. I've played it on Switch, I've played it on my iPad, and I've played it on Mac. And of all of those, the Mac is definitely the easiest with a mouse. And I think I'm right in saying that Sharky's only ever played Minecraft on
PC.
A computer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Now I'm not very widely versed in Minecraft on other devices at all. Only play Java Edition on a PC. Nothing else.
Yeah. It's just really weird if you try. If like Switch isn't too bad because you obviously have the controls, but playing it on the iPad is horrendous. Don't do it. Don't bother. Don't spend the money. It's not worth it. I think it was only like £6.99, and that's why. It's because nobody ever wants to do it, because once you bought it, you'd instant regret at the fact that you have no controls. So everything is touching the screen. It just doesn't work. But I've never personally played on a console. Like, played on console like Switch, but I've never played on PS4, so I wonder what that would be like compared to PC. But that would involve buying the game again, just to see what it's like. What are you doing with the glass?
I want to pack all my
Is it a jar?
Yeah, the jar. I want to pack up all my ordinary bees again, because I want to repurpose this hive. Now that this is all automated, I don't need anywhere near this amount of actual honey production. I want to swap out the ordinary bees. So this one's iron. I want to be able to turn this one back into coal.
Why are you using the glass jar though?
Because I need more than 10.
With Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you though?
Yeah.
You only had
4, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll have 1 in a jar, and we'll have the other 10 in boxes.
Why are they taking so long to actually come out?
I don't know. They're in there pollinating. The good news is that the next bee that I'm planting is the coal bee, and that one's not from breeding. That one you just make him. So no random chance there.
Are you gonna need like loads more iron? So would it be worth making more iron bees, or is that gonna be enough?
I feel like it's enough for now. I mean, I always need more iron. Like, I need more of everything. That's just the default. But the other thing that's going to be the next thing to slow everything down, it's not going to be the the amount of honeycomb, it's now going to be the manual centrifuging process. So the next short to medium term goal, which will be next week at this point, like next week's stream, is going to be to rig up that honey generator we've got out there that's currently just sort of temporarily powering these two into a perpetual energy system. Have a honey generator to power an electronic centrifuge that will centrifuge honeycombs to make bottles of honey that will pump itself back into the power generator to keep itself powered to centrifuge more honeycombs. And that way, that'll be just like a furnace. That'll be something that just automatically happens now. It'll just form its own little cycle.
That sounds difficult. Also, we've got another comment again. Saying, for PlayStation, it's actually hard, but if you know all the commands and
everything, it's quite simple. Yeah. No, I imagine that too, because of course, yeah, I've got loads more keys and stuff on a PC keyboard, right? But yeah, it's a good point playing this on PlayStation when you've just got a controller. I guess, yeah, you've just got to know.
Like, that's why you can't play modded stuff, because there would be no such thing as /home on PlayStation.
No, you're right. Well, and again, I'm talking about this without ever having played on a PlayStation, but I imagine to type in chat and stuff like that, you'd push a button like triangle or one of the shoulder buttons or something like that to bring up the chat. And then to type in text chat, you'd probably have a keyboard that comes up on screen that you move the cursor around and click on letters.
One of those keyboard that you have to move around to get the individual letter. So unless you could do that really quickly, you'd die every time.
Exactly.
There's that 1B.
I know, it's this 1B that's in this one. That's he probably came out at some point and went back in.
Maybe it's the Shy Bee from earlier.
It could be. So I've got my own the time. We're coming up on 3 hours here. What I think I'm doing before I call this is we got all these bees packed up. I craft a coal bee, which I should be able to do instantly. I should have all the mats for that at this point.
Nice.
And get 2 blocks of coal for pollination sites. Get rid of these flowers. Put coal down here. Release some of the ordinary bees back here. And then call it there with 2 coal bees. In fact, I could actually just make 4 coal bees, really. I say that, but I might not have the materials for 4. So, okay, that should be all now. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, double screen on.
Playing double screen, you type something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it stops the game instantly. That does make sense actually. Yeah, it like goes into a pause mode in order to type. That's a smart design feature.
Presumably because they were like, yeah, this is going to be too hard. Everyone's going to be dying every few seconds.
Yeah, exactly. So, coal bee. So of course we just need a piece of coal, and then all of this, the honeycomb, the honey blocks. Yeah. So the 16 of those, and the 4 of those. So I guess I had enough for 1 coal bee. I would need to get more honey bottles, which is just sieving way more of, centrifuging way more of this honeycomb that's stashed up there. So that's fair. 1 coal bee starts us off. So let's get a coal, and of course,
yeah, if you forget to tell the other person's just like, why is my game frozen? It's like, I'm typing something in the chat. And if you don't necessarily have access to a decent enough headset, you can't just speak about it. It's just...
Yeah, exactly. Good call. Okay. Oh, and the Civ B. Let's not forget about the Civ B. Don't want to make him angry. Yeah.
Would it still make him angry if it was like inside somewhere?
I have no idea. I just don't want to risk it.
Mm.
And of course... Oh! Okay. So, now we get to see what happens when bees get angry.
Oh no.
So, in addition to punching to break that flower, my flailing arm must have swung and punched one of the iron bees. So, I could grab one and put it in a jar, but if I grab an angry one, that's pointless. So, let's see. And yeah, this is good beekeeping practice, which I did not even bother with. You should always keep 2 bees in a jar in a bee vault somewhere, so that when this happens, you don't lose all of them. You've always just got 2 in a jar somewhere you can repopulate the species with. So, at some point soon...
They do look like they're continuing to pollinate.
They are.
So...
There you go, 1 just died. 2 just died. Alright. So, let's see if... 3, 4. All 4 of them just died. Okay.
Oh.
So, all of them stung me, apparently. That's what we just got out of that. Ah, dear. Well, at least I can put my coal bee down. And actually, I'm putting the coal bee down and I'm not even checking what he wants to pollinate on. Would you look at that? He doesn't want to pollinate on coal at all. He wants to pollinate on flowers.
What is it? Oh.
Red poppy would do. So I didn't even need to go through all this. We just never looked.
Oh,
I just never checked. Coal bees just want flowers. So we didn't need to break anything. So all of that last 10 minutes has been a waste. As well as those iron bees. Oof. Alright. So, I guess we're getting those coal blocks back.
You're going to need some more sand as well. Some more sand and some more...
Yep,
and you
I'm
should
going to have
sleep.
to... Well, yeah. I mean, we're just going to call this in a minute and deal with this next time. Fix that. I've got all the bees packed up. So there's currently no bees now. We've got the coal bee, which will spawn next time at this point now. We're not even going to try that now. There's the sieve bee. Here's all the other bees. Got 1 extra jar, sort of for no purpose. And yeah, we're gonna put flowers back there. Bam, bam. So this will be coal. That one's set for iron. These 2 are still ordinary honey.
How did you end up with that? Like, the red flower, the first one you put down, went exactly in the center of the block.
It does look very well centralized, doesn't it?
Can you...
I could put the sieve bee back, actually.
Where they go?
I don't think so. I think I just... It's random enough that I could just keep picking them up and putting them down. Alright, let's sleep and take stock of where we are, what we've got to do. So, this is next time talk now. So, this is all ooh, of course. We'll have all that back now. Back it goes.
Oh yeah, the things that you were picking up.
Yeah, anything I break just goes straight into here now. So that's nice. We've got 20 iron honeycomb there, which can get sieved into 20 iron and stuff like that. So we're no longer hurting for iron. We've got 16 iron in there and plenty more to come. So next session, it's rebreed iron bees. And what it's going to be is it's going to be get 2 iron bees from the sieve and sand ones again and see how many more prismarines we can generate. Once we've got 2 iron bees, we put them in here. We will breed them to 3 and to 4. And once we've got them up to 4, then we will put 2 of them into jars and put that in a chest somewhere.
And breed 2 more.
And breed 2 more. So, and that will become standard practice for every type of bee. Maybe even including the honeybees, because in fact, I've got 11 honeybees, and I'm about to downgrade to 8. So that means there's 3 extras I don't need. So 2 of them I can keep in jars, and 1 of them I can set free / kill, which could be dangerous.
But I don't think you can kill them, because if you hit 1 bee, the rest of them will get angry.
You're right. I could release just 1 bee and kill it, but then what about all these bees? Will they get angry? So I'm not sure. I could try and find a way to kill a bee that doesn't involve me. Like I could drown a bee in lava or something. That way it's not me that does the killing.
Let the poor thing go free.
I know. That's might be what this ends up being. Or I could just time to that post with all these other bees. Yeah.
I wonder what, like, if there is a maximum that you can have
tied to a single thing.
One post.
I'll have to Google it and find out. But that's our plan. Get that back to going, and then when we have our iron bees going, we'll have our coal bees going. We'll get them bred up. We'll get some of those in jars, and then yes, as I say, next time, once that's all been fixed, or maybe while we're waiting for that to get fixed, while we're waiting for the breeding to roll in our favour, it'll be honey generator together with the proper centrifuge. This one, centrifuge, converts honeycomb into resources using RF. So, and of course, this is why we needed to make sure we had iron bees first, because like that's just 8 iron, actually 9 iron when you count the piston, to make that. But that's fine now. We've got iron floating around, so we can make a centrifuge. It will centrifuge various combs into liquid honey. So if I don't put the bottles in, I can get liquid honey in that type of a centrifuge, and I can have that piping the liquid honey out of that back into the honey generator, I think. I mean, the honey generator looks like it just accepts bottles, but I feel like the honey generator should just be able to accept liquid honey. So that might be a trial and error thing next time. Because either I'll pump the bottles into it, or I'll pump liquid honey into it, one or the other. See, now it does say generates RF using honey bottles. See, that's... So it might... Yeah. Gonna have to check that out. So that'll be a job for next time, I reckon. But once that's sorted, that then opens up all sorts of other things. Because once we have a reliable power source, we've got honey automatically coming in from here, which we can automatically feed into the generator so that we have power. I can put down a battery so I can start saving up the power. And then that now opens up the world of machinery and things that require power to do other stuff. And so then we can start looking for other bigger, grander plans from there, talking about other bees and other resources we might not need to start getting. But I think that's it for this session. There's nothing really more. If I keep all this on me...
It goes to 3 hours.
Yep, we've just snuck over our 3 hours there. So...
Wait, really? Yours says 3 hours? Right.
Well, mine's got the counter going from the beginning of the start of the very first stream. Right, so...
Right, yep.
So OBS has been running for just over 3 hours. But, the actual stream itself... Because I think we lost the first 5 or 6 minutes, right?
Currently at... Yeah, this stream says 2 hours, 58, now 59 minutes.
Nice. So we need to push it for 60 seconds.
Now will be at the wrong time.
No, that's fine. Yep, absolutely. Time to go and rest. Yes.
So yeah, it is unfortunate, but that is something that even in regular Minecraft, the bees do die when they sting you.
Yeah. So we just had to be careful there. And of course, it's going to happen because there's so many bees in here. So just a wild swing to break a block, and a bee flies in front of my hand as I swing. It was bound to happen eventually that I would just randomly punch a bee. So And that was why I planned all of this out with exactly where the flowers would go and things like that, because the intention was to completely build the whole hive and have it fully ready before even the first bees went in. But of course, that's what happens is...
You need the bees to make some of the things.
Because I decided to put iron and coal in here now, whereas before, originally, I was just going to have, say, 16 honeybees in this. But at the moment, that's...
Also, it won't be tomorrow. The next stream of this kind will be next Monday. And then the next stream of Skeevers will be probably Thursday.
So, yes, I only managed to get onto my Skybees once a week, so this time next week. But Skeevers will be back in 3 days. Yes, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 3 days. So, you never know. Keep your eyes peeled. We will pop up again sometime.
Turn notifications on.
Yeah, absolutely. Great. Well, we've passed the 3 hour mark.
Hit 3 hours.
Yep.
Yeah.
So let us wrap things up there. Thanks everyone for tuning in, for keeping us company. Thank you, Novak, absolutely, and thank you, Skeevers, who is no doubt fast asleep and well rested by now.
Yeah.
We will see. All right. Catch you all in the next stream. Bye bye.
Thanks very much. Bye.